What's up, everybody?
All right. We're back on here on Facebook Live as we have gotten a little bit of technical difficulties with the radio. So here's what we're going to do until we get some confirmation from the radio station, is they have no phone, their phone lines are completely down to the radio station, which is why we are not on the air right now. So until that point, we're going to call the game on Facebook Live. And, we'll do our best, and hopefully at some point before the game starts, but whenever they get phone lines on, we're going back to the radio, and we'll shut this Facebook Live off. But until that point, we're going to be on here with you, and we'll go from there.
Sound good, guys.
Coach Leonard, AD, joining us. Thanks, Coach, for all your help.
Look here, we got Jeremy Moss. He will be on the air with us next week. Technical difficulties. You gotta love technology until it doesn't work. So we're just gonna kind of fly by the seat of our pants right now. So spread the word to those of you that planned on listening to the game. Spread the word that we're gonna be doing the commentary on here until we can get back online with the radio station, and we want to provide the game to you guys that are at home. And we're doing the starting lineups right now. The voice of the Panthers, Mark Yeager, is providing the starting lineups. Monroe City is not out here yet, but those of you that are uniform watchers, we've got our gold pants, black home jerseys, black helmets tonight for the Panthers. Okay, we'll just go ahead and kind of go through what we were going to talk about in the pregame. Last week, Monroe City, again, we talked about this earlier in the Facebook Live. Last week, Monroe City goes to Highland after a, struggle offensively against Brookfield. Goes to Highland, gets everything going, gets Zach Osborne coming into last week. 13 carries, 58 yards. Last week, 11 carries, 204 yards, 3 touchdowns, the big 95-yard home run. But, the other 10 carries are still over 100 yards easily. He brings his season average now after having about 4 yards per carry after the first 2 weeks. He now is averaging almost 11 yards per carry. The offense got going, much needed. Defense, stellar again, shutout.
Yeah, offensively it was good to see Zach going. As Coach Kirby talked to us at the beginning of last week, that they really wanted to shore up their blocking rules and assignments. With the wing tee offense, there are rules that the offensive line are going to have as far as who to block and in what situations. So I think they got those shored up as well as the running backs blocking for each other. That's another key component of the wing tee. So I see some people out in the stands that are still looking at the radio dial, trying to figure out where we are. Again, we're offline with the radio, so spread the word that we are going to do the coverage here until we get back on the radio. So defensively, 3 shutouts for the Panthers. Another great performance. So here's a few defensive stats to throw out there for you. Damian Holland, currently with 24 tackles, 2.5 tackles for a loss, 1 interception. We talk about Jonathan Saxbury a lot. And as a defensive tackle, the stats aren't always going to be there, but it's the disruption that he causes on virtually every single play.
Especially with it being Jonathan Saxbury. This is not a newcomer. This is a guy that has been doing it for 3-4 years now. He's going to be the focal point of every offensive line. He's the guy that they're looking for every time. And
we're having some microphone technical difficulties.
So he's the guy they're looking for at all times, and getting double teamed, triple teamed, and he's still making plays. So, other top guys, we have Nolan Pennywell has been phenomenal. I think he leads the team in tackles for loss, leads the team in sacks.
Yeah, 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, recovered fumble and interception. We have 6 interceptions on the year, 6 different players. KKO, Kalen Kendrick O'Brien, Lance Williams, Damian Holland week 1, Hunter Lilly, Nolan Pennywell, and how about Jonathan Saxbury with the defensive lineman's dream last Friday with the big pick. Had a really good conversation with Jonathan out to the softball game on Thursday night. Probably talked with him for 30 minutes. This is your leader, folks, of this football team. And he is going to be the vocal leader, but he also leads by example. And him and Blake are probably 2 of the best, smartest, and best football players that have come through Monroe City. Jonathan, the reason he got the pick is because he read the screen so well, and the ball was thrown right to him.
And earlier in the game, obviously we're calling it, but earlier in the game they ran that exact same screen pass and had to throw it into the ground because Saxbury was right there, read it perfectly. That time they threw it up in the air. Saxbury picks it off, gets the big 4 yards after the 4-yard return on the interception. But exciting. The other thing with that, 6 interceptions, 2 by the defensive backfield.
Yeah,
and that's something you don't see very often.
2 interceptions, 3 interceptions by linebackers, Hunter, Nolan, and Damian, and then the defensive lineman. Also, last week there was a big defensive stand inside the 5-yard line. Highland was about to score, and we got blocked by another offensive player from Highland on who caused that fumble. Logan Bulig, the sophomore, comes in on the nickel package, comes in, makes a huge hit. Saw it on the news this week at one point. I also talked to him at the grocery store, confirmed it with him. He said, yes, I made that tackle. Athletic young man, comes in, makes a big hit, and who's there to pick it up? Nolan Pittywell. That kid is always around the football.
Absolutely. We're getting close. We're 4 minutes of game time. Let's give the starters. We really, with some difficulties getting things going, we haven't been able to do the starters. So we're going to do the full starter. For Monroe City, you got quarterback Blake Hayes, the senior, 2 for 10 passing, 73 yards, rough conditions, had a couple drops. But, this is a guy that's a 60% passer last year, 15 touchdowns, 1 pick last year.
He's going to have a game
is coming.
Yeah, he's going to have a game tonight.
But also, offensively, 6 carries, 86 yards and a touchdown. Just shows how explosive he is. On punt returns, did not have a punt return until last week. Last week, 3 punt returns, 74 yards, just a hair under 25 yards per return. Has the 57-yard touchdown. He's explosive, and as the games get bigger, he tends to step his game up and play bigger during those times. At the running back, you have Zach Osborne, the senior, coming in now 24 carries, 262 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Remember, after 2 weeks, he had 13 carries for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, 24 carries, 262, and 5 touchdowns.
28 touchdowns last year, so look for that number to continue to grow.
Gage Bottoms, the other starting running back, the senior, 10 carries, 43 yards, 5 2-point conversions in the first 2 weeks. He is a threat. They looked for him last week, just kind of had some miscommunication, but he's going to be a threat too. You have Keenan Batzel, the leader in carries for the team. He has 46 carries, 238 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He's been the workhorse. He's been the guy that they've asked to fill that Cole Pennywell spot. He's been successful thus far. They're going to have to continue to get that 3-4 yards a carry. The wing T offense is predicated on getting that 3 or 4 yards per carry.
Absolutely. And another thing is it spreads the ball around. And so those are the 3-4 main guys that are going to run the ball, but you also look for Antoine Battle to come in and get some carries.
Absolutely. And then tight ends, you have Gatlin Bixel, the senior, mainly used as a blocking tight end this year, but he's athletic enough that, we saw some stuff in film. He's going to be a threat underneath on some of these passes. They went deep with KKO. I think if teams start trying to gear up on KKO or Lance in the deep threat, I think Gatlin's going to have some success at some point during this year through the passing game. You have Kalen Kendrick O'Brien, who has the 2 Monroe City catches this year, 2 catches, 73 yards. And then on the line, you have number 73, Blaine Potter, the sophomore left tackle. You have the junior All-State defensive player, but all-conference guard in Max Hayes. You have Jonathan Saxbury, the All-Stater, at center. Danny Dennison, the junior, at right guard, and Jaden Underhill, the senior, at right tackle. 3 of those guys started on a state championship team last year.
So you hear the music, folks. You know what that means. Here comes our Panthers, and big things tonight for sure. Make sure, again, before we get to the defense, spread the word. We're on Facebook Live. We're not on the radio at this time. So shoot your group text. A text. If you guys could Facebook it for us that we're on Facebook Live and not on the radio station does not have a phone line at this point in time. Panther fans are on their feet looking. It's going to be rowdy tonight. It's going to be great.
Big crowd here already as we are getting ready. As here come the Panthers. They are working their way that long track from the locker room to the field, and now they're led up to the field. as Nolan Pennywell comes out with the Monroe City flag to lead us.
And Jonathan Saxbury, as always, with the American flag. Love that touch that Jonathan adds to it. And here is probably my favorite part of the pregame, folks. We're going to get to midfield. The Panthers are at midfield. We haven't talked about this yet, but Nolan Pennywell, it does the Ric Flair, gets the team fired up. If you haven't had a chance to hear him do it, here they go. It's awesome. It gives you goosebumps every time.
Right. The defensive starters for the Panthers, a lot of the same guys, defensive end Gage Bottoms, the other defensive end Jaden Underhill, the tackles Max Sayes, Jonathan Saxbury, both all-staters on the defensive side last year. The linebackers, Nolan Pennywell, the senior, who we mentioned earlier, Hunter Lilly, who especially the last 2 weeks has played very good football and linebacker. Damian Holland, who's been an all-conference level linebacker so far to start.
Damian is making his name for himself in just 3 games. I look for another big game out of Damian. He really does a good job of going sideline to sideline to make the tackle. As you hear the voice of the Panthers, Mark Yeager announcing the starting offensive lineman for the Panthers. We got our captains, Jonathan Saxbury, Zach Osborne, Blake Hayes, Keenan Batzel, hand in hand, coming out to meet the captains from Macon. Macon is coached by Pete Class. Pete Class has been there for years. Typically his staff, he works as the head coach, and he has an offensive and defensive coordinator. That's a little bit different than a lot of high school coaches, so he's more of a game manager and obviously gives his input on the offense and defense. I'll let Michael finish the starters for the Panthers.
Okay, so the final starters in the defensive backfield, you have Blake Hayes at the senior cornerback, Kalen Kendrick O'Brien, the senior cornerback. You have Lance Williams, the senior free safety, and first-year starter, and Zach Osborne, a strong safety. We'll talk briefly. I'll give you the Macon starters just so as we're going through here now, whether it's now or on the radio dial, you kind of get familiar with the names you're going to hear. Their quarterback is Nash Waller. He's a senior, 6 foot, 189. For the year, 17 of 28, 348 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. 38 carries, 197 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
We're going to take the ball, Michael.
Monroe City will return. It's getting ready to start. We'll try to get through this quickly, and then we'll just call the game like we normally would on the radio.
So if we're not looking at the camera or avoiding you, obviously we can't flip the camera and show the game because we're announcing and doing stats and everything. So we'd love to be able to just show you the game. That's not possible, sorry. So we'll keep stats and do like we normally do. You normally can't see us, so just bear with us, and we'll get rolling.
All right, the remaining starters, running back Kevin Edwards, the 5'8 senior, 44 carries, 292 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The receivers, 15, Timmy Watts is a 6-foot junior, 17, Cruz Lewis is a 6-foot junior, and 32, Garrett Blaze, who's their home run threat outside of Edwards, is a 5'8 junior. Only 1 catch for 8 yards, but a big-time kick returner, had a 72-yard kick return earlier. Their line, or tight end, Kendrick Waddell is a very good receiver. On the line, they have Colton Christensen, Leighton Blackford, Taylor Smith, Seth Gray, and the big player is Caden Phillips, the guy you're going to probably hear a lot of, a guy that has a Division I body and a good player. I mean, he's a guy that stands out. So we're getting ready to go. Nash, let's see here. We're waiting. Looks like 15, Timmy Watts is going to be the place kicker on the kickoff. Of course, we have Osborne and Blake Hayes back deep. And we are getting ready to start.
Macon's going to come out in a 6x4 look. 6 on the near side here, 4 on the far side, and the ball is angled a little bit. They're not going to kick
this. It's a short kick. Damian Holland calls for a fair catch. He drops it, but he covers it. No pressure there. Monroe City will start their drive at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panther offense. I think big to start, get a good drive to start this.
Yeah, this is going to set the tone for the game right here, this line. Now, 77 for Macon is as advertised. He is a big dude. He is going to cause fits. Number 75 is also a DN there. Very good-looking athlete, big, stocky football player. So Monroe City's going to come out, normal formation here, normal personnel. Gage and Keenan in the backfield.
Osborne at the wing. It's give to Batzel up the middle. He's going to break free. He's going to be close to a first down. Hit about 5 yards through. Carries a defensive player for.
They are going to call it a first down.
Carries a defensive player for Macon. That is number 4, Dominic Mitchell, who's their backup running back. Very good running back. Starting linebacker. This is probably. Macon has a big defensive line, probably the smallest linebacker crew we're going to see.
Yeah, very athletic linebacker crew. They're going to rely. Macon's going to run a 4-3, 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 safety, cover 2 look, and they're in that. Why that's good for the Panther offense? That it's just one less guy in the box.
And a little fumble snap. Macon has this ball. The handoff is fumbled. Macon is going to recover that. That is number 11, Denver Brunlow, who is their best defensive player, comes up with that. Just a bad mesh on the offense, and they are going to turn it over. Great field position for Macon to start.
Yeah, 77 really blew that up. Phillips, the big defensive lineman, he was in the backfield quick. Just did not get the handoff up. Ball pops up, linebacker. Nash Waller's going to come in. Looks like Macon's going to operate out of the huddle, not on the line of scrimmage. We'll see if that changes from game to game, but they're going to come out in a 2-by-2 formation, 2 wide receivers on each side of the line on the offensive line.
11:35 go first quarter as Macon starts their drive. Waller in the shotgun. Hard snap looks, give to Edwards. Edwards cuts it up. Damian Holland meets him at the line of scrimmage in the hole. Great one-on-one tackle for Damian.
That's a way. We talked about it in pregame if you're on Facebook Live. We're going to have to tackle in space. Prime example of that, Damian's the only one around, meets him at the line of scrimmage, gain of about a half a yard. Great play, number 5 to start the defensive game.
Yeah, we'll give it a yard. I think is a beneficial spot there, but gain of 1 yard, 2nd and 9 as Macon goes, trips to the far side, one receiver to the near side. Shotgun and a little bit of a pistol look from Macon here. He will take the snap, looking to throw underneath. It is caught. Not a whole lot there. Going to be a gain of 5. Zach Osborne there on the tackle. Kendrick Waddle, the tight end, on the catch. Gain of 5.
Good coverage there. Just a quick pass. No chance at a pass rush there. Quick pass. I think that's probably, they know how good our defensive linemen are and how Coach Eders will blitz. I look for them to have a lot of quick hitters. That's what we call a one-step drop. He's just stepping back, making the throw quick. It's a hitch route. Very hard to defend, but good tackle by Zach Osborne.
All right, gain of about 4 there, actually. 3rd and 5 as they go twins to each side. Waller takes a snap, looking to throw, looking deep, has a man, Blaze, and broke it up! Kalen Kendrick O'Brien, ball was in his hand, Kalen Kendrick O'Brien with the rip from the quarterback spot, breaks it up, huge play for the senior.
Wow, textbook defensive back right there. Ball comes in the hands, you meet it at the mark, you do the tomahawk chop right on their hands, there's no chance that guy can catch the ball. Great play, KKO.
4th and 5 now as Macon will surely go for it at the 29-yard line. It's got to be a go for it.
They're going for it here. And I would look for another quick pass here. I don't think they're going to run the ball. It's a long 5, 2-by-2 formation here for Macon.
10-13 remaining, 4th and 5. They will bring a guy in motion. That is the tight end Waddle. Roll out to the near side. Waller looking, pressured by Saxbury. He's going to take off, has a ton of room. This is going to be a 1st down and more. Breaks the tackle. Going to get inside the 10, marking down.
That was a case where we almost had too much pressure. We got so far upfield that it created a huge lane for this athletic quarterback. Nash Waller is an athlete, folks, and that just demonstrated it right there. It looks like it's going to be just outside the 10-yard line, so they're going to have the ability to get a 1st down, but big play there by the athletic quarterback for Macon.
1st down and 10 as he gains 18 on the play. Trips to the near side here. Takes the snap out of the pistol, looking to throw. Has some pressure from Damian Holland. He's sacked. It's Nolan Pennywell. Holland in his face. Pennywell comes from the backside. Big play from the senior linebackers, Pennywell and Holland. This is going to be a loss all the way back to the 21. A loss of about 9 yards on the play.
Hey, and let's give some credit there to Coach Eders. Rings up the blitz. The linebackers do exactly what they're supposed to do. Meet at the quarterback. Damian could have got the sacks. Nolan gets there a little quicker. Nolan is always around the football, making plays. That's his 3rd sack of the year in 4 games. Great play by number 6.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 20 now. Is it just inside just about the 21-yard line of Monroe City? Another big time possession for the defense. This is a penalty before the snap.
The ball didn't get snapped. Everybody moved. This was going to be a false start on 10 offensive players.
This is a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 25. Monroe City how many times have they come up big after getting the offense or the whatever they defense, Macon, Brookfield, Highland, they all start in Monroe territory. This is a time now. Monroe City's going to have to come up again and get a big stop. 2nd and 25 coming from the Monroe City 26.
This is screen territory here for an offense. 2nd and forever. So look for some screens potentially, maybe even a trick play,
All right,
something to
we
loosen
are
up.
empty now. Zay will bring Edwards in motion and fake it to him on the jet sweep. Throws underneath, drop. Looking for Blaze. Blaze is their home run threat. Had him for a slant. Would have probably been about an 8-10 yard gain. Goes right through his hands. 3rd down and long coming.
So, not sure on Macon's kicking abilities. We haven't got many stats on that. I don't think they're a field goal kicking team.
They haven't tried a field goal and they're 4 for 9 for extra points. Probably not a team that's going to.
So you're definitely looking down. Even though it's 3rd and 29, it's 4 down territory. They're going to go for it on 4th down. So what you want to do as the offense right here is cut this in half and try to make it 4th and manageable. Tough to do against this Panther defense.
8:52 remaining. 3rd and 25 for Macon. Waller takes the snap. He's going to give it on a quarterback draw. No, it is him on a draw. He's going to get to the 10-yard line. KKO makes the tackle. Good fake. Looked like he maybe was giving it to Edwards. Keeps it on the quarterback keeper. Going to get 15 yards back, and it's going to be 4th and 10 from the 11-yard line. They can get a 1st down at the 1.
So that's a zone read there. So he's reading that backside DN. He decides to pull it. Was the right read, obviously. He's athletic, has a wall. Good tackle there in space to save it. So they did exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to make it 4th and manageable, 4th and about 9-10.
Okay, here we go. They got 2 twins far out to the near side. They can only run slants. I think they got twins to this side. Let's see what they want to do. Fake to Edwards. He's going to roll out.
The lane.
Hayes falls down. He's giving chase. He throws. It is touchdown. What a catch. Macon touchdown number 20.
Number 20 for Macon makes an unbelievably great catch. A guy was all over him. So first blood goes to Macon. There goes the shutout shriek for the Panthers defense.
Justin Hayes, number 20, the senior. Lance Williams, very good on covering. I thought he had a chance to knock it down. Gets right by him. Falls down. Edwards falls down, makes the play. 6-0 Macon. Here is the kick. It is Kenny Watts, the junior, to kick. Here's the snap.
I think Waller's holding here, so there's always the potential for a fake.
Fumble snap, and the kick
no
is
good.
No good. He had no chance there. The fumble snap, he kicked that ball basically off the ground. But Macon cashes in on the turnover. 6-0 Macon here as we get going.
Obviously no commercial breaks for us because we're not on the radio, so we're just going to continue to talk through where we normally be at break. So if you have those questions for us, we can do it a little bit different than what we normally do because normally we're on the radio. And so if you have some questions out there, we'll try to get to them in between possessions, in between quarters, because obviously we're not going to be taking any commercial breaks as we're on Facebook Live. Hopefully we get it resolved on the radio. Again, if you're out there and you're listening to us right now on Facebook Live, get on your group text, send a group text out to your people that says we're not on the radio, we're on Michael Williams' Facebook Live announcing the game, and let those people know at the game that might listen to the radio as well. I see some people still looking at their phones and their radios as they're out in the stands trying to figure out where we're at. The phone lines are down at the studio. Nothing we can do about it. So that's where we're at. Making first blood, 6-0, 7:56 left in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Monroe bend and not break for so much this year. Finally, a team that gets great field positions able to cash in. Let's see how the offense responds. This is a high kick. Blake Hayes is going to come up and take it at about the 26. He's going to get what he can. Steps out at the 32-yard line.
Good, smart play there. It wasn't a lot there. It wasn't a lot of room.
Yeah, short-sighted him there. He just takes what he can get. Gets 6 yards. They're going to start at the 32-yard line. Actually marked him up near the 34-yard line, which is a great spot from our angle. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Monroe started the last offensive possession perfectly. Great big run by number 42, Keenan Batzel. Next play, we fumble the handoff, the mesh point, a defensive tackle, number 77, gets in there. So I think we're there. We're right there offensively. I think we'll get it going here this drive, get back on the board, go for 2, get the lead.
All right. First and 10 as they bring Gatlin Bixel in motion to go the tight end the near side. Here's the give to Batzel. Batzel cuts up. He's going to have a seam. First down yardage and then some. Drags a Macon player. He's going to get out across the 40 to the 49-yard line. Gain of 15 on first down. Batzel, 2 carries, 25 yards.
Huge hole there by the offensive line. Great job by the center. Jonathan Saxbury, left guard there. Max Hayes, Blaine Potter, Danny Dennison, Jaden Underhill. Great job there. We got Antoine Battle coming in for Gage Bottoms. We saw Antoine come in and give some great carries last week. Is able to Gage is a two-way player now, so anytime we can get those two-way players a little break, that's a positive for our offense and defense.
First and 10 as they actually mark this at midfield, so 16 yards they give Batzel there. First and 10, midfield, 7:30. Give to Batzel again. He's got a hole. He's going to get across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Grunlow on the tackle. Gain of 7 for Batzel.
He's averaging over 10 yards a carry. The inside up the middle is wide open, and Keenan is running very hard. Great job, number 42 there. Gage Bottoms is coming back in here for Antoine, and Blake's getting the play from Gage. Macon, again, is running that 4-3. We're starting to talk about it. So they're going to have 2 safeties back, which that is – Brookfield had a lot of success putting 10 and 11 men in the box, which means right by the line of scrimmage. So now Macon has 2 guys back 10 yards. That's only going to benefit our offense.
2nd and 3, ball at the 42-yard line. Give to Batzel again. He's going to get across the 40. Should be enough for a first down. Depends on the mark, and they will. The line judge closest to us has it as clearly a first down, but he has it at the 39. They're going to mark it at the 40, and they're going to take a look. This may be measured. They're going to call a official's timeout.
That's officially a bad spot. That was a first down. Keenan did fall forward. Should have been marked as a first down. Was not. That's okay. I think it's ultimately going to be measured a first down, and we'll see what the measurement is. How about that chain gang? Scott Williams, Bill Williams, Matt Anderson, and Wiener. First down, Monroe.
First down, as they get it by about half of football on the spot. John, I don't know what time they will have to take the mandatory break.
It's week 4. I don't think we have to take one in week 4, but if they do, it will be at the referee's discretion. It's 1 per quarter.
First and 10, 6:38 remaining as Monroe City shifts now. Double wing formation, Batzel the lone setback. They will send Osborne in motion. It is an inside reverse to Bottoms. Nice play by the Macon defense. The defensive end, that's number 50, Christensen, read that perfectly.
Nice wrinkle, though, for the offense. We got Zach Osborne on a jet sweep. A lot of attention is going to be paid to him. Come back with an inside handoff to Gage. Love that play. Falls forward for another one, so got 3. I would look to see that play again sometime in the future here in this game.
Let's see, they're marking it. Looks like right around the 48-yard line. Gain of 2.5 on that play. 2nd and 8. 5:58 remaining first quarter. Again, we are not on the radio at this time due to phone difficulties in our Quincy station. Once we hear something, we will get back on there. Here's the give, and
We're
it's a penalty before the
start.
before the snap.
We're going to have a false start. Maybe good thing there because we fumbled the snap. Going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it about second and
13. Going to be coming from about the 43-yard line.
Again, Monroe City, we're on this side of the 50-yard line. Coach Kirby is always going to push the envelope when it comes to going for it. Love that about him. So this is definitely going to be 4-down territory unless something crazy happens, a sack or a fumble that pushes us way back.
Right.
So we've got 3 downs to get 13 yards.
5:45 and counting here, first quarter. 6-0 Macon. Macon scores on a Monroe City turnover. Get a 10-yard touchdown pass from Nash Waller to Hayes. Now 2nd and 13 for Monroe City from the 43-yard line. Hayes back to pass. Looking. Throws deep for Gage Bottoms. Incomplete, out of bounds.
Overthrow him a little bit.
Good coverage. They only had 2 guys in coverage there. Pretty good coverage by the Macon defense. Just well played. And, they got 4 guys back. 2 guys in the past patterns there. They have extra guys back there with that cover to help over the top. 3rd down and 13 coming from the 43. 5:25. Got to think it's 2-down territory. Keenan Batzel has carries so far of 10, 15, 7, and 3. I think you got to go.
You want to get half here. This is going to be a Keenan run. He's going to get 7-8 yards, and then we got 4th and manageable.
Still no carries for Zach Osborne yet either, so maybe that's a fault. Here's the snap. It is a give to Osborne. Osborne cuts, and he breaks a tackle. He's got it. He's going. He breaks a tackle, and then finally brought down by Denver Brumlow. Thought he was gone. 2nd and 14. He's going to get all the way down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 19 on Zach Osborne's first run of the game. First down in Monroe City. That close to breaking.
I love watching the young man run. You can never get a big shot of him. Linebackers and defensive backs love the big shot. You can't do it against Zach. He gets away and he just gets tangled up at the last minute. Somebody grabs his jersey. Great tackle, but great run. Good job, O-line. Here comes the play into Blake. We're in the red zone. Definitely 4-down territory. Let's punch this in.
You know, he's hit at the line of scrimmage, breaks that tackle, breaks another tackle after 10 yards. Thought he broke it. Somebody grabs him by the jersey. Still gets 19. Here's the first down and 10 run. It is a give to Batzel, and Batzel has hit that big defensive tackle. Phillips, the first guy to hit him. Not much there. They're going to get him maybe a loss of half a yard here. 2nd and a long 10
Yeah,
for
that
Paul
was,
coming.
other than the caused fumble, that was definitely Macon's best defensive play there. And, with this offense and the way Coach Kirby's got the ball going in different directions, I really look for an offense to continue to click throughout this game. Blake's got the play from Coach Kirby. So we got our normal personnel in here. 2nd down and 10 and a half maybe. So again, you're just looking to chip away, and eventually you're going to go for it on 4th down if we have to.
4:13 remaining here as Hayes under center takes the snap. It is a give to Batzel again, and he is going to fumble the football. The ball's loose. Macon recovers. Batzel hit immediately by both the defensive tackles. Fumbles the football, and Monroe City another drive. Another turnover, and the defense is going to be put in the bind again right now.
Yeah, so this is what we call a quick change situation for here's the mandatory water break. They are going to have one for week 4 because the temperatures are in the 80s. So they're at their mandatory water break. That's 1 per quarter mandated by MSHA. So 2 fumbles. We're moving the ball. That's the positive. Obviously, the 2 turnovers are the story right now of this game. The defense, it's a quick change situation. So the defense didn't expect to be coming in and playing defense right now. So they have to regroup, get settled in, and try to get a stop. They've proven they can do it time in and time out throughout the year. Macon did punch one in the first series. We do have a score, maybe a little shocking here, but South Shelby 8, Palmyra 0, 6:51 left in the first quarter there. And so CCC action going on. And also student section whiteout night. Great to see such a big student section show up. They're all in their white t-shirts, jerseys showing out. Great to see the student section. A lot of those. The other thing that was great, Michael, going to that softball game the other night, a lot of football guys there. And then a lot of softball girls here tonight, even though they got a game at 9 in the morning. That's what that's... A lot of student,
everybody's supporting everybody else.
Absolutely.
And it just builds on itself. Here we go, 1st and 10 Macon. They'll start at the 21-yard line. Flag on the play, false start Macon. So Macon able to overcome a couple penalties on the first drive. They get it. Actually, Monroe City gets them in 3rd and 25. They get a 15-yard run from the quarterback Waller. Then they have the complete pass from Waller to Hayes to get the touchdown. Now, pin back a little bit into their own territory. This is going to be marked down around the 16-yard line for 1st and 15.
Yeah, but this is a big time for a big turnover, get the ball in our own territory. Obviously, and backed up here at their own 15, 16-yard line. This is not 4-down territory, so all we got to do is get 3 stops here. The punt teams will come on.
All right, 1st and 15 now for Macon. Shotgun, they have Edwards is the back. They have twins to the near side. Now they send the guy in motion, twins to the far side. Waller looking to throw. It is a caught, and this is a big play. Big yardage here across midfield. They hit the slant. Blake Hayes makes the tackle. Big play for the Macon offense.
Again, the pass routes that they're running are quick hitters. They're running hitches and slants. So there is no really chance for any type of pressure because they're such quick passes. Quick slant to number 6 there for Macon. Nice throw. We said he has the best arm in the conference along with Blake Hayes. Nice throw there, nice catch.
40 yards on the pass play. I will get a number for you when I can. 1st and 10, Macon, 46-yard line. Give Edwards. Edwards breaks 3. First down yardage and then some. It's finally brought down by Osborne and Pennywell, but it's going to be a gain of 11. First down.
Macon's moving the ball a little bit on the Panther defense. Panther defense is going to have to regroup a little bit here, catch their breath, and they'll be fine. It's under
3:41 remaining here, first quarter. They're going to have it 1st and 10 at the Monroe City 35. That big pass play was to Blake Pete Class's son, I'm assuming.
Yes.
He's a junior receiver. Big play there. Here's the fake to Edwards. Pennywell! Big sack! Pennywell, second of the game. Pennywell came on the blitz untouched and just like a rocket, and that's going to be a loss of about 6 yards.
That's Nolan Pennywell's 4th sack of the year. That's coming from his linebacker position. Coach Idris dialed up another blitz. The reason we were able to get a little pass rush there is they zone read fake, possibly an RPO there by Macon. He read it, came out of the fake, looking to pass, couldn't do anything. Nolan Pennywell, big play number 6, 2nd and long for the Tigers.
All right, so Macon has it here. Trips to the far side, one receiver to the near side. The pass plays have been slant so far to give to Edwards. Edwards is going to be brought down. Jonathan Saxbury actually took the ball from him.
They're gonna
no call.
They're going to call him down. I think this official here is calling him down. I think we're going to have a hold on the offense. I think we're probably going to decline it. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, but we may want to move them back and make it 2nd and forever. We'll
Looks
see
like
what
Coach Kirby and Coach Idris are talking about it right now on the sideline. As it stands right now, it's going to be a 3rd down and about 14.
They're going to move them back.
They're going to move them back, and we're going to have 2nd and about 26.
Yeah, I don't blame them. That moves them back 2nd and forever here for Macon. That puts the offense in a tough bind. I'm not so sure Jonathan Saxbury didn't strip that ball before that guy was down.
You know, I think it was so unexpected. Saxbury came in a hurry, and it kind of, I think when he took the ball away, he blocked this official because he rolled over him. Probably couldn't see it, but it was a great play by Saxbury.
And
what a surprise.
again, he's in the backfield.
2nd and 25 now from midfield for Macon. Macon looking for a quick pass outside. Monroe City wanted a pass interference. It's complete to number 17, Cruz Lewis. Caitlin Kendrick O'Brien on the tackle is going to be about a gain of 8, so it's still going to be 3rd down and long. But he was Monroe City wanting an offensive pass interference call early. Did not get it, but still we got 3rd down and 17 from the Monroe City 42-yard line. Twins to each side for Dash Waller. Edwards in the backfield. Let's see what they do here. Waller looking to pass. 4-man rush. And he's going to be sacked. It is Danny Dennison, the junior, who has
Keenan Batzel blew it up. The junior in.
Junior, we haven't seen him on defense much at all this year. He has a couple of special teams tackle, then had a tackle on a Monroe City turnover as an offensive lineman. They got a huge push from the defensive tackles, Keenan Batzel, Saxbury, and then Danny Dennison right there to wrap him up. 4th down and 22 counting right now.
They're in an offensive formation. I think the quarterback is going to drop back and punt this ball. Yeah, here he comes. He's dropping back. And he's going to be a rugby-style punt. And
Blake Hayes is there at the 16. He's going to get tripped up. He kind of got confused on what he wanted to do, whether he wanted to get to the sideline or not. Goes up. He's going to get about 4 yards on the return. But 1st and 10, Monroe City. Big stop for the Monroe City defense.
Great stop there. The reason that the teams do that with the quarterback and then push them back is exactly right there. We have to keep our defense in there and then give them an opportunity to make sure that they're not faking it. So, good play there by Blake to recover it. Punt return. Offense has been able to move the ball. I look for them to move the ball, hang on the football, and punch this one in and take the lead.
All right.
6-0. Macon leads. 1:41 left in the first quarter. 6-0 Macon.
Monroe City will take over at their 19-yard line, 1st and 10. The offense has moved the ball when they have not turned it over. Let's see what they want to do here. It's to Osborne. Osborne has 4 guys there, and this is going to be a loss of about a yard. Just no hold there. The defensive tackle's right there. Eat it up. They're going to give him a pretty good spot, actually, to get to the line of scrimmage. I didn't think he got there. 2nd and 10 coming.
Yeah, good spot there for us.
Steve, the score is 6-0, Macon, 1:19 to go first quarter.
Clock is running. So we only got a few plays left here in the first quarter. Monroe City with 2 fumbles so far in this game on 2 offensive possessions. I know they're going to tighten that up. I look for a big drive here, 2nd and 10.
1:03 now on the clock, 2nd and 10. Monroe City in the double tight formation. It is a give to Bottoms. Bottoms is going to have a little bit of a hole, dragging people. Going to get out to the 25-yard line, a gain of about 6. Going to bring up 3rd and 4. You know, had a nice hole, closed up fairly quickly. Bottoms ran hard, got 6. 3rd and 4, big third down here. Monroe City has got to get something going offensively. If they don't get a first down here, they cannot let Macon start with good field position once again. 3rd down and 4 coming.
Yeah, we're gonna have to run a play. The play clock is about 8 seconds ahead of the game clock, so for sure we're gonna run a play. Big 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Panthers on offense. Wouldn't be surprised here to see number 42, Keenan Batzel, get
15 on the play clock, or on the game clock. This may be the last play of the quarter. Hayes takes the snap. It is a gift to Batzel. Batzel, first down and then some. He's across the 40, 45, still on his feet. 50 across midfield to the 46-yard line. Big play. 29 yards for Keenan Batzel on 3rd down and 4. He's going to get all the way out to the Macon 46-yard line. Batzel has been huge for Monroe City. Outside that fumble, big chunk yardage. First down.
That's going to end the first quarter here as soon as the clock starts when the chain sets. Folks, he was playing pinball there. He kept dinging off the linebackers, the defensive backs, and he kept going for 15, 20 more yards. Great run there by number 42. So we're going to take a quarter break. We're not going to take a break because we're not on the radio. Again, remind people, this is where you can find us tonight. The radio station phone lines are down. No word from them yet when we're going to be backing up. So share the message that we're going to be, hey Blaine, my son Blaine there is giving me a wave in the press box. So we want to spread the word. This is where to find us for the broadcast. We'd love to be able to turn this camera around and show the game. That's impossible. We keep stats. We do that types of things. And so you're stuck looking at radio faces, but that's what you get. But we're going to bring you the game just like we've done the last 3 weeks, just in a different format.
Palmyra has scored. We just heard from the press box that Palmyra has scored. 8-6 the score in that South Shelby Palmyra game. Still somewhat of a surprise. We got lights on now. 1st down and 10 is what Monroe City is going to come out of this quarter break at the 46-yard line. But you have the 29-yard run for Batzel. Batzel already, I have him with runs of 10, 15, 7, 3, and 29, and another run for 2. I mean, he's had 6 carries and he's got to be close to 60 yards or so.
Yeah. Big night up the middle. The offensive line is taking care of business, is what that tells me. Keenan is running very hard tonight. Hey, fumbles are going to happen. We're not going to play flawless football. We're not going to shut every team out this year. We all wish that we could and would. It's just not going to happen. Great teams respond to adversity. We have a great football team, great coaching staff. We'll respond, get this thing rolling. We're only down a touchdown. We punch this in, get the 2-point conversion, we take the lead.
You know, Ian, I think Monroe City at this point right now, I think you're going to see a steady dose of Batzel. Batzel, they're going to have to prove that they can stop Batzel. And the thing that Batzel gives the other running backs maybe don't for Monroe City is Macon has a very small group of linebackers. Their linebackers across the board are 150, 160 pounds. Batzel comes in at 190. He's going to be a load to bring down. If he can get past that line of scrimmage, there's going to be some big chunk plays. And again to Batzel, breaks the tackle, he's across the 40, 35, 30, knocked down the 27-yard line. Gain of 19 there. Again, just like we talked, big chunk play from Batzel. Gets through the line. The linebackers cannot tackle him. First down coming up, gain of 19 for Batzel.
Great run there again. Heavy dose of Keenan tonight. He currently has 7 carries for 85 yards, folks. He's rushed for 85 yards, and we just started the second quarter.
1st and 10, Monroe City coming. Early seconds of the second quarters, 11:53. 19 yards on the first play of the quarter for Batzel. 6-0 Macon. Monroe City 1st and 10 at the Macon 27-yard line. Again, I think you still got to go to Batzel here. Until they prove they can stop him, you got to do something.
This is very...
Give to Batzel again. This time he falls down. the defensive tackle is able to make a play there. He's going to get about a half yard maybe. So 2nd and 10, first or second time he's been stopped, but they keyed on him now. Maybe, let's see if they want to go back to it, or maybe this time you fake it and you get to Osborne.
Well, so far this game is reminiscent of last year against Macon. They really had no answer for Cole Pennywell and Zach Osborne and the rest of the running game for the Panthers.
And it looks like
Keenan's going to catch a breather.
Nolan Pennywell I did not see him come in, but you got to assume Nolan Pennywell, and it is him. He's the backup fullback. 2 carries, 38 yards, and a 31-yard touchdown this year for Nolan. Had that in Centralia, has not had the ball since then, been a blocking back, but he will get it here, and he's going to break some tackles, get across the 25. They're going to mark him near the 24-yard line, a gain of 3. 4 down territory, but they got a 3rd down and 7 coming.
Yeah, Keenan catching a breather there. Nolan comes in. I mean, it's an embarrassment of riches, really, because not only do you have Nolan, but you also have Damian Holland, who's another backup fullback, who can come in and is athletic and can provide yards. So a lot of weapons, and obviously Gage and Zach and Blake are in that mix too. So let's see what we do. 3rd and 6, 7 for the Panthers. KKO split out wide.
Okay, now they're going to bring Gatlin Bixel into the near side here. Osborne the wing on that near side. It is a play fake to Bottoms. Looking to throw. Has room to run if he wants to. Has a guy open. It's Nolan Pennywell. He catches it at the 10, inside the 10, to the 7-yard line. 1st down, Monroe City. Blake Hayes had plenty of time. Great blocking. Rolls out. Nolan Pennywell wide open. Earlier in the game, in the Facebook Live, we talked about maybe they're going to try to take away the deep pass. Nolan Pennywell out of the fullback spot, gets a fake from the fullback, runs a little drag route. The underneath guy wide open, gets to the 7-yard line. Big play, 1st down Monroe City, 1st and goal.
Great touch there by Blake Hayes. Didn't zing the ball in there, really threw it in there, and great touch, great catch there by Nolan Pennywell with the hands. Nice job, Nolan.
16 yards on the play, 1st down and goal, Monroe City, ball at the 7. They will send a guy in motion. That is Bottoms. It's an inside give to Osborne. Defensive tackle, they eat it up. Both defensive tackles there as they tried to run that same inside reverse. Just wasn't there. He's going to be brought down all the way back near the 11-yard line. A loss of 4. Still 2nd and goal, 3 plays to get it. Have to think maybe they get Batzel the ball here and try to get 5 or 6 yards from the fullback spot and see what they got.
Keenan's back in here, so again you got 3 downs to get 10, 11 yards. Keenan 85 yards rushing on 8 carries. So look, 86 yards rushing actually on 8 carries. So look for him to get the ball here to chunk away.
Crowd starting to make some noise here. 9:13 to go, 2nd quarter. It is a play fake to Osborne. He has time to throw. Looking for KKO. It is overthrown. He had him open and just overthrew him a hair. Kalen Kendrick O'Brien coming down the back of the end zone. Had his guy beaten. His guy fell down. Blake just overthrew him a hair, rolling to his left side. That's the hardest throw for a quarterback. Just unable to connect. Missed opportunity, but still, big time. Blake is a big time player. He will come back from this. 3rd down and goal coming just outside the 10-yard line at the 11. 2 plays to get into the end zone. Let's see what they want to do here. Maybe Batzel, we mentioned that he's been hard to stop. The other thing to look at, the last 2 times that Blake has rolled out, he's had room to run the football.
Yes.
Maybe they look to do something there. Here's the play. Blake again faking to Osborne. Has room to run. Looking to throw. Looking. Tucks it. He's going to get brought down at the 9-yard line. Good play by Dominic Mitchell, the linebacker. As they got to that short side, and maybe that short side hurt him a little bit as everything kind of crunched in. The receivers running that route brought everybody there. 4th down coming. He's going to get a yard or 2. Give him 2 yards on the play. 4th down and 9. 8:58 to go. 2nd quarter. Monroe City looking here. They're not huddling up. I wonder if they're thinking of timeout or just see where we are here.
Coach Kirby is bringing the play with Blake. Two really good play calls there by Coach Kirby. Just didn't get to finish it. Big crowd here at Langford Field. They're all on their feet.
The crowd coming to their feet. 8:58 to go. 4th down and 8, Monroe City. Quick pitch to Osborne. Osborne may have it outside. 5. In. Touchdown, Osborne. Hard nose run for Osborne. He gets to the outside. Is hit at the goal line. Puts his shoulder down. Gets in. We have a tie game here. 8:58 8:52 remaining. Second quarter, this game is tied.
6-6, folks. We're going to go for two. A little quick pitch. Haven't seen that for the first 3 weeks. Coach Kirby pulls it out of the hat for the big 4th and 9. 4th and goal from the 9. Zach Osborne, the offensive line. Zach lowers his shoulder at the goal line. Was not going to be denied. 6th touchdown of the year for Zach Osborne.
Just a great play call. They had, I think it was maybe even Saxbury as the center pulling out there. They had the corner sealed. He got hit at the goal line, and here is Osborne again. He cuts free. He may get in. If he gets in, it's going to be incredible. Going down at the 1. This was a great effort. Hit at the 5-yard line to start at the 3, and he's somehow able to get to the 1. Just runs into the defensive line. 8:52 remaining here. Second quarter, boys. We said this was going to be a good one. This game is tied. Again, no breaks here. We're going to stay with you.
So I got a note from someone in the stands today, Michael. So we want to give a shout out to 2 Panther fans from China in attendance tonight. College students worked at the Landing all summer, soon to be returning to China, but wanted to experience their first ever real football game. Sorry to our European fans. The real football game, North American football. Sonny Lee and Susan Nee, 2 long-distance Panther fans. Thank you for coming out tonight. Hope you enjoyed your experience, and obviously safe travels back as you go back to China.
Absolutely, and I guess maybe I should look them up. I will be making that trip in the next few months.
Absolutely, that's going to be awesome.
Yep. So 8:52 remaining. Again, 6-6. I will. If anybody is in the stands and can send somebody to get me a bottle of water, it is burning up here, which we had to turn off the fans because you would not be able to hear us if we didn't have the fans on. But I would appreciate it.
And again, let everybody know this is where you can find us on the broadcast tonight, especially those that are already tuning in and know that there aren't people at the game, or even people that are at the game. Again, I know that people are looking at their radios and their phones and trying to decide where the heck are Michael and Ryan. We're on Facebook Live, obviously, because you're here with us, but spread the word for us. And we're going to go with the new look kickoff the last couple weeks, the 6x4 here, with Damien at the kicking position.
The only concern that I think that Monroe has seen here is with this, they've kicked 2 balls out of bounds because they tried a short side like Macon did to us on that last drive. Let's see what Holland does here. It is a good kick. Going to be taken at the 14-yard line, and they're coming the far side here. Number 3 will get his.
That's a block in the back.
There it is, a big block in the back. He almost fumbled that football. Nice play. First guy down there.
Aaron
Number 14, Antoine Battle, the first guy there. Number 2, Aaron Plum came in.
Yes.
That ball almost came loose. It did not, but this is going to come back, and Macon is going to start inside their own 15. Let's see where they mark it at. It probably should be about the 11-yard line is where Macon will start this drive.
And we got blocked in the back. In addition to that, actually, Aaron got blocked in the back and made the tackle with Antoine Battle. Great play there by the sophomore and the junior, Aaron Plum and Antoine Battle.
And let's see where they mark it here. It should be around the 11-yard line. Now we have the official call, block in the back. They're walking it back here, and a little miscommunication. He stopped at the 15. They do mark it at the 11-yard line. So Macon, 8:44 remaining, second quarter. They're going to start this at the 11-yard line.
So definitely bad field position here for Macon. Let's see if the Panther defense with an excellent series last series, with a couple big sacks, big plays. Let's see what we got here.
New formation here. They have an H-back to the right side. It is a give to Edwards. Edwards is hit in the backfield by Holland,
Damian Holland.
And he's going to fall forward. He's going to get about 2 yards out to the 12, 13-yard line. Again, Holland blitzing there, gets the piece. The defensive line, I believe that was Max Hayes, was the first guy from the line to hit him. Not much there. Give him a gain of yard and a half.
Damien's first career start was 4 weeks ago, and he just makes play after play after play. Great to see him on the football field.
Again, twins to the near side here, 1 receiver to the far side. They have the H-back, and they're going to send a guy in motion. Waller takes a snap. May have had motion, no call. The pass is incomplete. Looking for a quick hitter to the outside. Incomplete. 3rd down and long coming.
Yeah, I think the Macon coaches have realized that if they do any sort of play action, or if they do any sort of serious drop back from the shotgun. Our defensive line and linebackers are too good. So anything that they're going to do passing moving forward, I think is going to be those quick hitters. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Get a stop here. Be the punt team.
Looking for a young guy there, making look on that little quick hitter, looking for Christian Rickenberg, a freshman, very talented guy they looked for last week, had a big touchdown against South, a guy they think has a bright future here. 3rd down and 8, call it the 8.5, 9. Pass is complete, 1st down, big yardage. Hit a big slant. Again, it's those inside slants, a little post pattern by number 15, Timmy Watts. 1st down, 3rd and 8 from the 13. He's going to get across the 30 to the 33-yard line, gain of 20.
Coach Idris is begging for an offensive pass interference call. And he's also upset with his defense a little bit. Good fire there from our coaches. Look for that. I think eventually we're going to talk these refs into giving us an offensive pass interference
All right,
call.
quads to this side here on 1st and 10. Max Hayes bringing pressure from the far side. Looking deep, has a man open, incomplete. Maybe a little blown coverage there as number 17, Cruz Lewis, broke free. They had a couple guys deep. He's coming as the 3rd guy there. Incomplete, just overthrown, but Monroe City dodges a big bullet. That's a big 20 or 30-yard play there.
Yeah, big miss for that. It looks like Macon is flip-flopping this week. It looks like they may try to go 60, 75% pass, 25, 30, 40% run. So we've got... Oh, huge
pressure!
play.
Big time here we go. Pennywell there. Holland there. Saxbury again. What a big time play. Sorry, I was taking a phone call trying to find out what's going on in Quincy. Unable to call it. Ryan watched it. Big time loss. 3rd down and long coming.
Huge play there. 3-4 Monroe City Panthers in on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Great.
Converted 2 big 3rd downs. They got twins to the near side. H-back looking to throw to the far side. Inside screen to the freshman Rickenberg. He's going to break a tackle. Get to the outside. Maybe a block. This is going to come back, but a nice play by the freshman Rickenberg. Lance Williams makes the tackle at the 49-yard line. Would be a 1st down gain of about 21, but this is a block in the back as he made a cut at about the 39-yard line, which would have been about 5 yards short of the 1st down. One of our defensive backs got hit. He's able to use that block to get to the outside and get a big chunk yardage. It depends on the mark. They got it marked at the 44. If they mark it from there, I mean, it's still going to be helpful for Monroe City, but that happened closer to the 40-yard line. Let's see after they actually mark it.
That ref the back judge actually threw that flag, an unusual call for him in that situation. The Macon coaches are upset. No reason to be upset. It was clearly a block in the back. They're going to see that. So Macon actually gains about 4 or 5 yards because of the penalty to make it 3rd and 9, but still huge penalty for the Macon Tigers. Another big stop here needed for the Panther defense. And Waller is getting the play in from Coach in the huddle. We got a little humid night tonight too. Let's see if weather doesn't play a factor, especially for some of these big linemen for the Macon Tigers.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 9 for Macon as they will have the ball at their own 34, looking to pass, looking. Might have tip. Max Hayes maybe there.
Yeah, Max Hayes on the tip. Big play there by the All-State
defensive end did not get in there. They actually had pressure again from Badsell and Pennywell. Big defense. All-State defensive end gets his hands up. Incomplete pass. Now we got a 4th down and long inside their own territory. Got to think punt coming here.
Yep. Something to keep in mind as we move forward. Waller, the quarterback, is the punter. That makes me think they've got quite a few fake punts in the playbook. I don't think this is a time for one right now, but I don't think he's also going to punt to Zach or Blake either.
6:27 remaining. Here is the snap. It is a high snap. He's going to pick it up at the 7 and punt it away, and it is a short punt. May get a good bounce, though, and it does. It gets a big Macon bounce, and he's going to get it out to the 50 or to the Monroe City 49-yard line. For the punt, 16 yards on the punt, but Waller, being an athlete, just a huge asset there. Snap way over his head. He actually punts it from the 7-yard line. Bounces at the 40, gets about 11 yards of roll, but still Big time play from Waller, the Macon quarterback, but great field position for Monroe City. Ball at the 49.
Here comes the second quarter water break. Refs see a good time to make that. Again, this is why you put skills guys as punters, is because they can oh, here we are.
All right, we are back here.
Don't know if you can hear us or not, but here we go. 1st and 10 Panthers.
1st and 10, Monroe City. Ball at the 49. A quick pitch to Osborne that they scored on here. He's going to break a tackle. Gets across the 40, inside the 40 to the 36-yard, 35-yard line. You want to talk about a great run. Gain of 16 on the play for Osborne. He had about an inch of room to work with when he got to the 42. Somehow stays in bounds and gets to the 35-yard line. Gain of 16. New wrinkle from the Monroe City offense with the quick pitch.
Yeah, 2 times we've run it now. Once to get the 4th and goal touchdown, and then first play on this drive. Getting an athlete out in space, Zach Osborne. Great play call there, Coach Kirby. Nice run, nice job O-line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Monroe City, 6:14 remaining. Ball at the 35-yard line of Macon. It is a give to Batzel.
Nice first down. Panthers. Keenan falls forward like our fullbacks have done for the last few years, and falls forward, big extra yard or 2.
Wing T, especially in 4-down territory like it is now, that is huge. 2nd and 7, Batzel again. He's hit at the line. Going to get to the 31, no more.
Maybe a yard, maybe
We're going to give him, it's going to be a yard gain on the play. We're going to have 3rd down and 6 as they have tightened up inside there, as Batzel had the big chunk plays early. They're bottling him up now. Maybe let's see if we go back to Osborne outside. The pass play, that underneath pass play worked on the last drive, looking for Nolan Pennywell there.
And as you mentioned, Blake had green grass in front of him. Obviously here at Langford Field, we're on the synthetic turf, but beautiful Langford Field here in Monroe City. Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, 6-6. Definitely 2-down territory. 2 downs to get 5 yards.
All right, they lined up heavy. Now they're going to switch double tight. Actually heavy to this side here as it's a give to Batzel. Batzel is going to get across the 20 or across the 30, near the 27 or 8 yard line, depending on the spot. It's going to be 4th down coming. They're going to mark him at the 28 yard line. 4th down and 3 for Monroe City as they went Batzel, only able to get 7 yards out of those 3 runs. Let's see what they want to do.
Another 3 here, those are 1st down, and that's what this offense is capable of doing, is really grinding out drives and getting 1st down after 1st down. We may not break a long one. We're currently capable of it, obviously. Let's see. Crowd's back into it.
Crowd's starting to get alive here. 4th and 3. Let's see what they want to do. Double tight. Maybe do that fake to Batzel, give to Osborne. 4th and 3. It is a give fumble, and Blake Hayes still has it. He may be able to do something here. Breaks the tackle. 4th down, Monroe City. Another mistake as a fumble.
Snap, I think, maybe.
Snap, handoff, just not clean again, and it cost them another turnover. This time a turnover on downs. Let's see Pennywell trying to pump up Blake Hayes. Blake Hayes a little upset there. 3:46 remaining in this first half. We're tied at 6. Time for the Monroe City defense to step up again.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this game was going to be a tight, close game, and that's exactly what we're getting. We got a tight ball game. And, just a few mistakes on the offense. The offense is moving the ball time after time again. Defense again. Not great field position for Macon. Let's see if the defense can come up with another big stop.
5-yard loss on that play for Blake Hayes there. 1st and 10 Macon. Ball at the 32-yard line. False start. Smart play by Saxberry. Read it immediately. Jumps it. They usually, just making sure that they know it's a false start. 5-yard penalty coming back.
Back in the day, our defensive linemen were taught when they move, go plow into them. That's now a personal foul. Smart play to shoot across the line there by Jonathan. Joe Quinn used to be a master at that. If the guy moved across from him, he was blowing him up. That offensive lineman didn't want nothing to do with him the next play. Smart play there by Jonathan. Again, we talked about it in pregame. We're in pregame how smart of a football player that guy is. Very smart. 1st and 15. And we're starting. Everybody's checking on us for water now. We're good. Thank you.
All right, 1st and 15 coming. Waller and another penalty. Let's see what they're calling here. He's looking at Saxbury. Dead ball. Delay a game on Macon. So 1st and 20 all of a sudden here. Still 3:46 remaining second quarter. 1st and 20. Now Monroe City, this is when they've given up the big chunks. It's been on the long, 3rd and long, 1st and long. Going to be crucial for Monroe City to come up with something from that defensive backfield. The Macon plays, the 2 plays that have worked for Macon have been the what I would call a skinny post or a long slant, or they had that little quick hitter to the freshman Rickberg. Let's see what they do here. 1st and 20, rolling out, Bottoms pressuring. Here comes Saxbury as well. He's going to take off. Still on his feet. Nice run, and he delivers a blow to Osborne. Big time run from Waller as he put his shoulder down, hits Osborne. Osborne knocks him out. He's going to get out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 8. 2nd and 12 coming. Nice play. Let's see what they want to do here on 2nd and long.
We're bringing in some fresh bodies, a little hot tonight, so they're going to rotate some defensive linemen in. Jaden Underhill and Danny Dennison come in to spell a couple defensive linemen. Macon is definitely passing first tonight. The first 3 weeks they have run the ball to set up the pass. Tonight they are passing the ball to set up the run. Let's see if that theme continues. Trips to this side.
Waller takes the snap, looking for that quick hitter this time to number 4, Mitchell. Mitchell breaks free. He's going to get near first down yardage here. First down, a little inside screen. It's not a bubble screen.
It's a slip screen is what they call it.
Dominic Mitchell, the running back. 2nd and 12, he gets 13, first down, or Macon.
So the answer for a lot of coaches to pressure and blitzes is to throw screens. That's exactly what Pete Class dialed up. Couple missed tackles in there for the running back, but good play there by Macon. Let's see if we can come back and get a big stop.
Monroe City here, 1st and 10, ball at the 43. This is a give to Mitchell, I believe, and he's going to get 8-9 yards. Dragging Pennywell. No one hitting for the first 5 yards. Pennywell able to wrap up. Mitchell, the guy that just got the pass play on the slip screen. He's their 3rd leading rusher behind Waller and Edwards. He's a very dynamic player. He's going to get across the 50 to the 49-yard line, giving him about 8 yards on the play.
And have we seen Edwards in the last few plays here? I don't know that he got injured necessarily. Haven't seen him the last few plays. Hopefully he's okay.
And it's a give to Mitchell again. He's got the outside.
And that's a hold on Max Hayes.
First down. He's across the 40. Brought down by Williams and Hunter Lilly. But across the 40 to the 37-yard line. A gain of 12. Macon offensively has been very, very good. Monroe City has got to find an answer.
Defensive end there, Max Hayes, definitely got held. His whole jersey, threw his hands up like, hey, what's the deal? Didn't call it. You got to shake that off, come back to the next play. Defense is going to have to step up.
Edwards.
Clock is running a little bit here, 2:33 left.
Edwards now in, and Monroe City, remember, received the opening kickoff and fumbled. So Macon will have the opening kickoff in the second half. 1st and 10, ball at the 37, 2:33, false start. Looked like the center didn't snap it. Everybody else was in motion. Center did not get it snapped. 1st and 15. Monroe City, Macon has shot themselves in the foot with penalties. Monroe City on the offensive side, it's been turnovers for them. Macon is penalties, but they have been able to come through time after time. Monroe City has got to do something to stop the chunk plays. That's, we talked about it early in the game. Macon is not a team that's going to get you 4 or 5 yards and have a long sustained drive. It's going to be 0-2 in the home run. Yeah. They're just getting more home runs now than Monroe City would like to give up. 1st and 15, trips to the far side. Let's see what they do here. Waller takes the snap, looking to throw underneath, incomplete. Looking for Blaze, just a miscommunication. Looked like he wanted something really quick underneath. Blaze was about 10 yards out.
Yeah, we've got our nickel package in. Nickel packages, you've got 5 defensive backs. So bring Logan Bueling in at the safety position along with Lance Williams. And we brought out Gage Bottoms, the defensive end. So we're in a 2 safety shell look here. We're going to stay in this at least until it's a more manageable down and distance for Macon.
Now, one thing that we've seen, Damian Highland has come out in the past in that nickel package is not this year. Actually, he's going down to a defensive end spot. That's scary for the opposing offense.
Right, give to Edwards here. He is hit by the Hunter Lilly there. It looked like maybe let's see.
Nolan Pennywell, Hunter Lilly, and actually Damian scraping down from his DN spot.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd and long.
3rd down, and they're going to mark that. He actually jumped the slant route. If the ball would have been well thrown, probably it's going to get picked and go the other way. Great coverage by KKO.
The defensive back has every right to that ball as much as the wide receiver. No reason for the Macon coaches to be upset there. That was not pass interference.
Score is 6-6 here. 144. Macon is going to go for it. 4th and 12. This could be big. If Monroe City gets the stop, would be good field position and time for them to go. Now Waller will drop back and he's going to punt. That little rugby-style punt, and it is a high punt. Going to bounce at the 10-yard line and mark out at about the 13. Hits about the 10 or 11. Bounces back. Going to be 1st and 10 Monroe City at the 14. Something to think about here. 1:37 remaining. Well, the Monroe City goes conservative, runs the football, sees if they can get a chunk yardage. If not, they will just take it into halftime 6-6.
Yeah.
Yes, Jason, we're here. What do you need, buddy? If you got a question, bring it in. We'll have halftime here, obviously. Looks like maybe sound is lost, potentially. Nothing we can do. Sorry, folks. We're on Wi-Fi. We're at technology's mercy. That's why we're on Facebook Live anyway. So we'll keep broadcasting like you can hear it. I'm sorry if you can't.
Remind us
log out.
If you want the score. Remind us. We'll try. I mean, we're trying to stay up with it with time and calling the game. But if you want the score, we'll give it to you. Just make a little note like some of you have. 6-6 the score. 1:37 remaining. 1st and 10 Monroe City. Ball at the 14-yard line. Give to Osborne. Osborne searching for a hole. He breaks it. Oh, it gets across the 20 to the 23.
What a great lead block by Max Hayes. The pancake. What a block. It's one of the better ones you're going to see on the year. It is going to keep the clock moving because he's just short on the 1st down.
9 yards on the gain for Osborne, and a shoestring tackle there prevents Osborne, and we might have had a copy of last year's. He gets 9. If he doesn't get tackled by the shoestrings there, it's a foot race. I'll take him against anybody, and that might have been 85 yards. 2nd and 1. We're under a minute now. Monroe City, 2nd and 1 ball at the 23-yard line. Give to Bottoms. Bottoms has some room if he can break one guy. He gets across 30.
We're going to have a
coming back. Looked like he had some room there. Absolutely, Jason. Thank you for that.
Thanks for the shout out, Jason.
So Bottoms, as the play stands, gets across the 30 to the 33-yard line, a gain of 10. Actually had some room maybe there. I thought he might be unable to break it for longer, but a hold on the 2nd level, I believe.
Yeah,
it wasn't at the line. It was at the 2nd level, a hold. It's going to depend on where they spot this ball. I would assume it's probably going to give them a 1st down.
Yep, it is.
And it is. They're going to mark it first at the 26-yard line. So the play nets 3 yards. Would have been a gain of about 13. Nets 3 yards. 1st down and 10 Monroe City. 26-yard line. The clock stops with 47.3 seconds remaining.
They're going to
wind it at the snap, at the ready for play. So it's going to run.
Yep.
I assume Monroe City's going to be conservative here. Maybe they give it to Osborne again. Just hope that he can break one. Wade, it's 6-6 right now. 35 seconds to go in the 1st half. Clock is ticking. Maybe the last play of the half here. Hayes takes the snap. It is a give to Batzel. Nothing doing. And let's see what Monroe City wants to do. Let's see if they take it to the half. 22 seconds remaining.
I think we're probably going to take one shot down the field here. Coach Kirby and Blake are talking. If we are going to take a shot, we're going to have to hustle. It looks
we
like
got timeout.
Yeah, I think he's going to call a timeout here. Yeah,
probably call a timeout with 1 second. Just see.
Nope, we're going to go into halftime.
And Monroe City has decided to take this to the half. Guys, we said it was going to be a good one. Low scoring affair, maybe it's a surprise, but folks, stay tuned for the 2nd half. We'll try to get on the radio. If not, we're going to be right here and we'll stay through halftime here. It's 6-6. We have the 15 minutes on the clock for halftime. Guys, we got a game. We told you Macon was going to be tough, and it's a game.
It's a battle. I mean, the Clarence Canyon Conference is the toughest small school football conference and toughest conference, period.
this just demonstrates why. We weren't going to shut out every team, and we were going to make some mistakes. The first half demonstrated that. I look for us to clean it up in the halftime and come out in the second half. Our offense has moved the ball. There is no problem moving the ball, and so I look for us to continue to be able to do that. And also, our defense is playing well again. We gave up the one score, but that's an explosive Macon offense that we were looking at right there, and we were able to hold them to 6 points. Really, really good football game. Great crowd here at Langford Field. Those of you that are joining us at halftime that are maybe coming out to your cars and you do not hear us on the radio, again, those of you that are here with us on Facebook Live, please do us a favor. Let everyone know that we are not on the radio. We hate that. It's down. The phone lines are down. We can control what we can control, and we sure can't control that. But we are here live with you. We're broadcasting it as if, we were on the radio, with the one exception is we don't have any commercial breaks. So we're just staying with you throughout the halftime. And so halftime,
we'll try to get you some stats. Let's do the scoring report like we normally would at the half. So Monroe City, their first drive, they received the opening kickoff, get pretty good field position at the 32. First play, 10-yard run for Keenan Batzel. Second play, bad mesh point on a handoff. Monroe City fumbles. Macon recovers. Macon drives a 8-play drive that spans 3 minutes and 46 seconds. At the 7:56 mark, Macon scores on a Nash Waller to Justin Hayes, 10-yard touchdown. Macon 6, Monroe City nothing. Then we have Monroe City a fumble on their second drive as they drive down the field inside Macon territory fumble. They force a Macon punt. Then the Monroe City comes back with a drive of 11 plays spanning nearly 6 minutes, capped off by an 8-yard touchdown run for Zach Osborne on 4th down and goal from the 8-yard line. A quick pitch that you don't see very often from Monroe City. Osborne takes it in, 8-yard touchdown run. Osborne's 2-point conversion, no good. And that was again at the, that was actually at the 1:41 mark of the first quarter. Since that defensive battle, Monroe City, again, the 2 fumbles, then just have not been able to get things going. Macon has got some chunk plays. Monroe City's got some big stops to force a couple punts. 6-6 here, and Ryan's got the Monroe City stats. I'm actually trying to get the Macon stats, and as he's giving the Monroe stats, I'm going to try to work those out.
So at half, Monroe City has 165 total yards. Blake Hayes, 1 for 3 passing, 16 yards. That one completion was to number 6, Nolan Pennywell. Keenan Batzel, big first half, 12 carries, 92 yards. 12 carries again. Big chunks almost every time. Late in the half, they did a better job of dialing him in a little bit, but I would assume he'll go over 100 in the second half. Zach Osborne with the lone touchdown, as Michael mentioned. He's at 6 carries and 49 yards, so right at 50 yards. Gage Bottoms with 2 carries for 8 yards. Blake Hayes, 1 carry, a yard. And Nolan Pennywell with a gain of 3 that came in and spelled Keenan Batzel. So we talked about in the pregame Facebook Live some keys to the victory for both teams. For Monroe City, it was tackle in open space and assignment football for the offensive line and the running backs as they block for each other. So far, really, both of those things Monroe City's done. The unfortunate part is we've lost 2 drives to fumbles, 1 drive to loss of downs. Okay, for Macon, need the home run ball against this defense. They've done that. They have hit some big play. What I mean by that is big plays, not drives that are going to go 3 and 4 yards a pop. We're talking about drives that are quick hitters, big plays. They've been put in some pretty poor positioning as far as 3rd and long, 2nd and long due to penalties, but they have found a way to get first downs, and then eventually they were able to get that score too on a big run play by Waller, and then a pass play, great catch there by the receiver. And then for Macon, the other key was they have not in recent years proven that they could stop the wing T. Now, according to the score, they have stopped the wing T. But 165 yards of total offense, most of that through the ground, proves to me that we were able to move the ball at will. We just shot ourselves in the own foot a few times. So both teams, I think, doing what they need to do to win. On Monroe City's side, they just need to shore up handling the ball, and I think they will. Macon's side, if they want to win this game, they have got to slow down the penalties. They've had a ton of penalties. I know Coach Class was upset with a few of those with the referees, but honestly, every time a flag's been called, we have noticed it before they've even thrown the flag, whether it be a block in the back, obvious false starts, those are obvious. So big half there for both defenses to eliminate the big plays, but both defenses bent quite a bit. I look for more scoring in the second half. Macon will get the ball to start the second half, and Michael's got Macon stats for
Right, so Macon, Nash Waller, the big-time senior, 6 for 13 passing the football. I have him for 92 yards, most of those big chunks, 10, and they have a 40, a 20, a 10, 13. On the ground, I have Macon total with 55 yards of rushing, but deceiving because a lot of that is Nolan Pennywell and some Holland, Saxbury, some of them guys getting big losses. So the stats I have, Kevin Edwards, the running back, 5 carries, 19 yards, as Ryan just stepped away for a second. Nash Waller has 7 carries for 16 yards, but he also has runs of 18, 15, and 8. Those big losses stopped by the Monroe City front. Has a loss of 9, a loss of 6, a loss of 4, and another loss of 6. And then Dominic Mitchell, 2 carries for 20 yards receiving. We have Justin Hodlin leading the team, 2 catches, 50 yards. Everybody else has 1 catch. So as Ryan has stepped away, again, it has been a just interesting game thus far. Monroe City really impressive their first 2 drives yardage-wise. The first drive, first play of the game, Batzel cannot be stopped, goes for 10 yards. And then after that, they get the fumble right then, and then Macon scores. Monroe City comes back and drives right down the field. Batzel, the big hits, just fit. Let's see what, marking here, we had gains of 15, 7, just big hitters. You get a big 19-yard run for Osborne. Another fumble for Monroe City deep in Macon territory. But since then, the defense has held strong. They've given up a couple big plays. A 40-yard pass play came in there, a 15-yarder, a couple nice runs for Nash Waller, the quarterback. But Monroe City's came away with the big plays when they need it. Macon is not getting the drive-sustaining 5-yard plays. They had relied on the home run. When they haven't got the home run, Monroe City has got the stop, got the punt. Monroe City's got to shore up a little bit, I think, defensively. Macon, I think, started to find something late, going with Mitchell, the running back, out of the slot, hitting with a slot, little inside slip screen, got big yards. And he's a little bit shiftier maybe than Edwards, which is kind of a surprise to me. Edwards has tried to get downhill more. I think they're going to have to try to get outside more with the running game. Passing-wise, Waller has been okay. He's hit some big pass plays, and they've had some open guys, mainly on little skinny posts or the little flares or little slip screens. But they've missed a couple opportunities, but the last drive, I will say, the Monroe City defensive back played their best drive. You had Kalen Kendrick O'Brien, KKO, jumping around, and if it was thrown well, it was going to get picked anyway. You had Blake Hayes and Lance Williams covering a nice little deep pass well. But they have got to find out that they've got to shore that up a little bit, because Waller's a good quarterback, and he probably misses 2 passes that normally he completes. Now on the vice versa side, or on the reverse side, Blake Hayes, a couple of pass plays. I was doing Macon stats while Ryan was doing that. We got 1 for 3 for 16 yards. The nice play for Pennywell. Something I have to think they're going to look for again is that underneath route. Monroe City all year long has been looking for that deep route. We had success underneath from Pennywell, something to look forward to. But I think Monroe City defensively needs to come out and just shut down the pass game. they have got to make sure that they have stopped these 7 to 8 yard passes that have went for big yards for Macon. Get a stop offensively. And I think you're going to come back. I think what Monroe City does is they come back with Batzel in the second half, and they have, Macon consistently has not shown that they can stop Monroe City on that particular inside run with Batzel. I think Monroe, when they get the ball offensively, whenever that is, they are going to try to reestablish Batzel.
Absolutely. So a couple scores that I came across here. First of all, crowd here, phenomenal. Great showing by the Monroe City faithful coming out here. Macon also brought a big crowd, huge crowd. As I ran down real quick, Palmyra leads South Shelby 20-8 at the half. We've got a score. Our opponent next week, homecoming next week versus West Hancock. Q&D leads at the half 14-6. Interesting score there from Q&D.
A scoreless Q&D.
And let's give a shout out to Jarrell Brock. Okay, obviously not in the CCC or in Missouri. Jarrell Brock is the running back for Quincy High. He just becomes the career rushing leader at Quincy High. 3,562 yards. Total rushing. If you do not know Jarrell Brock, remember that name. He's signed to go play at Iowa State, the Cyclones. He's ranked, what, Michael, the number 8
He's
running
the number
back?
8 or 9 running back in the country. I mean, think about that. Quincy, Illinois, getting a chance. We get to see highlights. We talked about Chris Stewart Facebook Live, the great local highlights the stations give. This guy is a special player. I mean, he's already had 2 or 3 plays that have went viral nationwide for how impressive they are. A run last year where he just completely ran over a guy. This year he has a one-handed catch that went, and then he had a playing defense 2 ways. Quincy don't do that very often. He's that special, and he had a big hit that went viral too.
We definitely want you at Panther games at all times, but if Quincy ever happens to play on a Thursday or Saturday, it's worth the trip over to Quincy to go watch him play or check out his highlights on YouTube. Or Huddle if you can get on Huddle. He's a great running back. So
I do have another score. Brookfield, Lexington, undefeated Lexington team. Brookfield 0-3, looking for that first win at the half. Lexington 12, Brookfield 8 at halftime.
That's a big game there for the Bulldogs as they look. They're struggling offensively. They're they are the best 0-3 football team in Class 2. There's no doubt about it. Their defense is phenomenal. Okay, so let's while we're here at halftime, when we got some time, let's give another shout out to that Lady Panther softball team. If you're able to join us in the pregame for Facebook Live, we talked about them for quite a bit, but 5-1 on the season. Big conference win versus Clark County, South Shelby, and a non-conference win over Highland recently.
Speaking of that, I'll just break
over Hannibal.
Yeah. So, just because I will forget it, but we do have the other CCC game is Centralia Highland at the half. Centralia 42, Highland 6. But let's get back to the softball team.
Yeah, so they, another good win there. Was able to take them in on Thursday night. Such a dynamic lineup that the Lady Panthers come with. Leadoff hitter Mac West, Lauren Youngblood, Rachel Smith, Skylar Cobble, then Rachel Smith, followed by the super softs Bailey Hayes, Riley Quinn. Then you throw in freshman Carly Youngblood, another senior Savannah Hetzler, and then Mackenzie Mosses, who started there on Tuesday, against Hannibal. They played South Shelby last night and won 10-0. So a dynamic lineup. Also very athletic, just like our Panther football team. Defensively, they're so athletic. On the base paths, they're so athletic.
Last year they had, one senior that played a lot, Haley Sinclair, very good player. Actually had maybe one of the plays of the year, had a walk-off grand slam in one of their games last year. But outside of that, they returned everybody. They are super athletic. A lot of these girls play on the basketball team. Mackenzie West is an all-state track star. I mean, these are girls that are very, very athletic. And like we mentioned earlier in the Facebook Live, one of the keys on softball, especially as you get to the postseason, is having a deep lineup. And this might be the deepest lineup Monroe City has had in quite some time. They have 9 players that can really come and play.
And a really fun team to watch, and being around those girls in the hallways the last 3 years, they are such great representatives of Monroe City High School. They just represent everything, just like this football team. They just do it the right way. Coach Melissa Chin, does a great job with them, helped by Rick Baker. Rick's been a coach in Monroe for a long time. He actually is an assistant coach at 3 Sports as a retired teacher. So kudos to Coach Baker and Coach Chin. Coach Chin just puts them in a good position, and the girls make plays. And Mac West, if you haven't got a chance to see her pitch, it's well worth the price of admission. She can wing it, and she's got a great battery mate there in Rachel Smith. Mac has signed with Truman State. Skylar Cobble has signed with Columbia College. That would be where Carly Spaulding made her name here at Monroe City High too, but then at the college level, All-American, set records, probably going to go in their Hall of Fame someday. And then Rachel Smith,
Missouri S&T used to be Missouri Rolla,
and
she wants to be an engineer. I mean, just
in a great school to go to.
Think about this is a girl that very easily could go other places. I mean, she's one of the best catchers in the area, very talented, very easily could go somewhere else. Thanks about her. And then Monroe City will play at noon against Canton.
And it should be a really good game. Canton's usually a really solid softball program. So if you get a chance, come out and support your Lady Panthers. Go out to Lions Club Field either tomorrow or sometime in the near future, because it's well worth the price of admission. They're a very fun group to watch play. They're a great group of young ladies, and they're really, really good.
Absolutely. And here we're 1:33 to kick off the second half. I did see Ryan James popped up. Ryan, we'll go ahead, even if we're not on the radio, we appreciate all the support from Monroe City. We're going to go ahead and try to do a Ryan James player that we
absolutely
on the Facebook Live. So we're going to give you a shout out. We appreciate all you've done for Monroe City and the sponsorship. And we have a list, and I'm going to get to it in a second. We'll have a list of all the sponsors that have helped us in the football. It's not their fault that we didn't get this on the radio, but we're going to go ahead and shout them out. We have Clarity Healthcare out of Hannibal, the Hunting Corner, Chris Klein, former Monroe City player.
One of the best linemen ever, according to Coach Labry.
And if we talk about Facebook Live, we talked Facebook Live, we have a question about maybe some of those best players from Monroe City. His name may or may not be brought up. We have Aspect Heating and Air out of Monroe City, great factory, great supporter of Monroe City sports. Macon Atlanta Bank, Darren Underhill has been the guy doing their ads, but again, a nice local
former player,
another former great lineman as well. White Barn Processing, I can't say enough about the job Dana does out there. If you have any kind of meat needs, he makes the best brats around. Everything he does is great. Great Monroe City sponsor. Check him out. He just does a phenomenal job. He's been helping out the tailgate. I know the tailgate guys that went out and got meat there. We actually got to eat there, luckily, today. It's phenomenal.
Mango habanero brat, check it out. It is a little spicy, but it's great. Their jalapeno cheddar brats are great as well.
We'll try to get through here quickly. America's Best Value Inn, the hotel on the highway here. Great sponsor. Farmers Elevator, Marlon McCormick and company there. I know Marlon is getting ready to retire. What a great job. What a great asset to the Monroe City community. We have Gosney Pharmacy, the local Monroe City boy brought it back from Hannibal. Arrow Tool and Die. I know a few of the guys out there out on the County Line Road. A nice little tool shop. Ren Potterfield Trucking, Phillip and Company. Always love Monroe City sports. James O'Donnell Life Celebration Home. They took over for Yager Kendrick. They've jumped right into this Monroe City community. Again, James Insurance Group, Quinn Farm Supply, Jerry Quinn, another former player.
Matt Seward works out there, another former player.
We have the Dugout, Terry Gibbs.
Huge supporter of Monroe City Athletics. Him and Laura do a great job.
Absolutely. Trent Garner, another guy, former player.
Former coach.
Helped out a lot during my years, especially in Garner Funeral Home. We have Alliant Bank, Ed and Shane and the girls out there. Getting ready for the kickoff. We'll try to get quickly, see if there's anybody else we missed. Monroe City Ready Mix, David Path, David and Kathy Joe,
Marcus.
great people, great jobs out there. I think that covers. We do thank all you guys. Again, if we get on the radio, we'll get you on the radio. Does not look very likely right now, but on Facebook Live, we'll give you the shout out. We do appreciate all the support. As Monroe City, now we are ready. We've talked our way, and we're starting the third quarter. The kick from Holland is a low line drive taken by Rickenberg around the 15. Nice little stutter step. Gets across the 25.
Aaron Plum again with the special teams tackle.
Plum on the tackle. Rickenberg, the freshman, very exciting player. A guy they have to think has got a bright future here. 15 or so yards on the return. Macon starts at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see what this Monroe City defense is ready to do.
Yeah, great. Another great half by the defense. Of course, gave up the 6 points. First 6 points they've given up all year. But all in all, great half. And again, let everybody know this is where you can find us for second half action. The radio station is down at this point in time.
1st and 10. Waller in the shotgun. It is a give up the middle to Edwards. He is going to get about 3 yards. Lance Williams and Nolan Pennywell delivered the blow. It looked like Saxbury had him underneath. He tries to break that tackle, and here comes Pennywell and Lance Williams with a big hit. He's going to get out near the 34, give him a gain of about 3.5, 4 yards. We'll call it 2nd and long 6.
Macon had really got away from the running game there in the second quarter and really just opened up their passing game. Look for them to maybe try to establish that running game a little bit, but I still think for this game, their game plan is pass first, run second.
All right, 2nd and a long 6. Waller in the shotgun, again looking for Edwards. Edwards, a nice cut. He's going to get across the 35, breaks the tackle. He's loose. Cross the 45, pushed out by Blake Hayes near midfield. Nice cut back at about the 35-yard line, which would have been about a 1-yard gain. He's going to get all the way out across the 49, giving 15 yards on the play. 1st and 10, Macon at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, their running back Edwards, kind of quiet in the first half, but the young man ran for over 1,600 yards last year and 17 touchdowns. So he's certainly a very big threat there in the
All right,
backfield.
Trips to the far side, one receiver on the short side.
Yeah.
That's looked like offsides on Monroe City there.
And again, we've talked about it in college and in the pros. You're given the opportunity to jump off sides and then reset yourself on the other line of scrimmage. High school, once you cross the football, it's over. It's a dead play, offsides. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for Macon.
Macon offensively, one of the things that helped Monroe City in the first half was Macon shot themselves in the foot, had a couple holding penalties, a couple false starts to delay a game. Now they get the 1st and 5. Let's see if they want to take a shot here. No, it's again give to Edwards. Edwards has got first down and then some. He's still on his feet. Osborne makes the tackle inside the 30. Going to mark it at the 27-yard line. A gain of 19 for Edwards, who now already in the second half, 3 carries, get 38 yards.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to establish the run game. Again, they've gotten away from it in the first half, so they're trying to get that ground game established. So far, so good for Macon. Defense has been put in this position before this year. Look for a big series coming up here, and I have to have 4 stops.
Pistol formation, 1st and 10. Macon looking to throw, throwing a little quick out, complete to Blaze. Blaze breaks a tackle. Williams able to hold on, but he's going to get down to the 11-yard line, 16 yards. Blaze is their most explosive receiver, big-time kick returner. Now it's 1st and 10, Macon at the 11.
Yeah,
At the 12-yard line.
Again, the slant hitch is what Macon has lived on when it came to the passing game because they're quick hitters. Anything that has required him dropping back further in the shotgun or play action has resulted in pressure, but quick hitters, they're having success with them.
Edwards, the kid there. Good stop. Nice play. Somebody came from the back. It looked like it was held up. Danny Dennison was the defensive tackle. And Max Hayes.
Big play there by the All-State.
Looked like Underhill and Dennison up the middle kind of held him back. And as he tried to make the cut, Max Hayes just hustling from that backside defensive end spot. Makes the tackle. Going to get 1, 2nd and 9 from the 10. And they're going to go trips to the far side. Edwards in the kind of modified pistol formation here for Macon. Waller looking, it is tipped and incomplete. Damian Holland cut that a little, trying to do that quick. They ran 3 hitches from that far side. Holland there knocks the ball down, third down coming.
A hitch is the receiver's going to go up about 5 or 6 yards and come directly back to the football. So it's a very hard route to defend. Nice job there getting their hands up defense. Third and line. They had the opportunity to get a first down, but for sure Macon is in 4-down territory. They're going to have 2 downs to get 9 yards. Monroe City defense been in this position many times this year already. Look for a big play from one of our stalwarts.
Twins from the near side here. Waller looking far side, looking for an inside screen. It's complete to Edwards. Somebody gets a hand on him. He's going to get inside the 3. Holland made the tackle. Somebody, it might have been Nolan Pennywell, able to get a hand that maybe prevents a touchdown, forces him to cut up. Holland makes the tackle, 4th, and they can get a first down near the 1 or 2 yard line. So it's going to be 4th and about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, and big stop there. Obviously a huge play coming up here. It's 4th and a long one, 4th and a short 2. Panther defense, the whole crowd is on their feet. We have got to play here, folks. It's going to be
trips. Man formation looks like from Monroe. Trips on the far side. Edwards is going to come on a zone read. They're looking in the end zone, wide open. Touchdown, Macon. Kendrick Waddell, the tight end.
Definitely the old pick play. They're never going to call it. They ran the receiver, slanted in. The 2 inside guys ran out. Our defensive backs ran into each other. They're never going to call offensive pass interference there. And that's what happened.
4-yard touchdown from Waller to Waddell, and with 9:02 remaining third quarter, Macon 12, Monroe City 6. Macon going for 2, struggles on their extra point. Let's see what they want to do here. Twins to each side. Now they'll send the guy in motion. Twins to the near side to us. Waller looking, ran that same one, knocked down by Nolan Pennywell. Possibly could have returned that, taken that to the distance. He jumped it well. 2-point conversion, no good. 9:02 remaining first half. Macon 12, Monroe City 6. Monroe City for the second time this year faces a deficit. Able to come back first quarter and score to tie the game earlier. Monroe City offensively, when they don't turn over, when they don't have a fumble, mishandle, when they've been able to continue drives without those hiccups, big chunk yardage from Batzel, from Osborne. The pass game, they've had the 1 pass completion, but it's there. Let's see how they want to play this first drive. But again, 12-6 Monroe City. This is a junior laden team. A lot of guys that played on the team that went to the state championship after losing a couple regular season games. This is a team that went to the championship, fell down to Valley Gills up in that championship game, able to come back, win that one. They're used to being behind, but this is a Macon team that we have talked about. We talked about it in the pregame of our very first game about them being a possible conference favorite. They're really good, and it's time. Monroe City is going to have to do something offensively to keep up because Macon has shown that they're going to get some yards offensively. Monroe City's got to keep up.
Yeah, you said it. The senior leadership on this team is amazing. They are not going. This moment is not bigger than them. They've played in so many big games over the course of the last 2 years. Look for them to respond right here. They're going to do a little pooch kick again. Actually, an onside kick.
Still loose. Antoine Battle. A little squib onside kick. Smartly, Jaden Underhill was right there. Smartly lets it get back to his position guy behind him. Battle kind of struggled with it a little bit. Is able to recover it. 1st and 10 Monroe City ball. They're 38, 9:02 remaining third quarter.
So good field position here for the Panthers. Blake Hayes, senior quarterback, leader. Jonathan Saxberry there at center as a leader, and the rest of the guys will follow behind those 2. They'll get it going. They're going to hang on to the football here. Big missed 2-point conversion there for the Macon Tigers. Monroe's going to come back and go for 2 once we get the score.
All right, shifting now. Osborne, the wing on our side, Bottoms, and Battle in the backfield. It's a give to Bottoms. He ran into a lineman. The lineman looked like Dennison was pulling out, and they ran into each other. prevented probably what would have been a 5 or 6 yard gain. Instead, it's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8, Monroe City.
Gage beat his lineman there out to the edge. Had the edge if we could get there. Just still positive yardage. Again, we talked about it on the broadcast before. With the wing T offense, you want positive yards on first down. Gets the thing rolling. You don't want to put yourself in 3rd and long. So the Panthers coming out here, traditional formation here. Wing T formation with KKO split out.
2nd and 8. Now they're going heavy to the far side. 2nd and 8, ball at the 40. Takes the snap. It's a give. Osborne. Osborne breaks free. He makes another tackle. First down yardage to midfield. Hit in the backfield. Cuts it up. Nice play. Gets out across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A gain of 11 on 2nd and 9. First down, Monroe City.
Nice cut there. That's just what we're used to with Zach Osborne is the nice cutbacks. Gets into his lane, first down. Actually, great play there by number 77, Phillips, the big D tackle for making downfield to make that tackle. And if he's not there, that could have been house.
Osborne has made, I don't know how many yards he has. He has about 60 yards rushing, but he has had yards after contact, got to be 40 or 50. I mean, he's made some big-time plays. Hayes looking to throw, looking, throws underneath the bottom, and makes a catch at the 35, brought down by Edwards at the 31-yard line. 18 yards on 1st and 10. We talked about it during halftime. That underneath route, they double teamed KKO deep. Hit the underneath route with Gage Bottoms, who's been very successful in his Panther career in that game, in that little inside route. 18 yards.
Great play call there. Coach Kirby dials up the pass on 1st and 10. Great play by the senior quarterback and senior running back.
1st and 10, ball at the Macon 31 as Monroe City driving here. Give Batzel. Batzel falls forward. Tripped up. Kendrick Waddell made a nice play because if not, there's a big hole there. He's going to get across the 30 to the 28-yard line, gain of 3. 7:21 now remaining 3rd quarter. Macon 12, Monroe City 6. Batzel stepping out. Pennywell going in, giving the blow on this hot night.
Yeah, Brian, you're right. It is a dream come true for us. Thanks for joining us. We love bringing you Panther football, a little different. We're usually on the radio at this time. Radio phones are down. We're here. Facebook Live. Second half action. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers.
2nd and 6. Takes the snap. It's a give to Bottoms. Bottoms following his blocker. Good block by Danny Dennison. Springs him. He's inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Danny Dennison, the pulling guard. Great job by Bottoms following his blocker. Big time block. Going to be a gain of, it looks like, see,
15.
They're going to mark him at the 8. That's actually a gain of 20 yards on 2nd down there.
Great job there by the junior Danny Dennison. This is his 4th career start. Lead block, pancake. Gage Bottoms then puts the truck stick on, gets more yards. 1st and goal from the 8 for the Panthers. The offense is clicking here in the 2nd half.
Thank you. 49 of you have joined us. Tell everybody again, we're not on the radio. We gladly will have you here. 1st and goal, Monroe City at the 8-yard line, trailing 12-6. Here's the give. Pennywell, he's inside the 5. He's inside the 3. Hard run. They're going to mark him down at the 1. Pennywell, the backup fullback, he hit the hole hard, dragging, making defenders. Finally brought down 77 Phillips, the big defensive lineman, finally gets back there and helps out his linebackers because Pennywell was taking them for a ride. They're at the 1-yard line, 7 yards on the play.
And here's what you got to love about your senior leader, your senior offensive lineman. Jonathan Saxbury just looks at Coach Kirby and says, run it again, right behind me. Lead the way.
Here we go. Pennywell, the lone setback. They are as bunched as you can get an offensive line. 1st and goal. Blake Hayes, he's in. Got to be into the end zone. No mark. Touchdown, Monroe City. Blake Hayes on the quarterback sneak. Pennywell, the fullback. We can do it now. You can do it now. He runs and just probably gives Blake one of the biggest hits he's going to have. Runs behind him, pushes him in. We have a tie game. 5:42 remaining in this 1st half. We are tied at 12. 2-point conversion coming. Big time answer drive for Monroe City as they go 8 plays in about 3 minutes and 20 seconds and just drive it right down their throat. The big pass play from Hayes to Bottoms. Bottoms a nice run. The big run there, 20 yards for Bottoms, gets them inside. Here we go. 2-point conversion. We have a tie game, 12-12. Wishbone formation for Monroe City here.
No.
Ball start.
It's all right. We're going to have it from the 8 now. We told you that this is a team that is senior-led, that moment being behind would not get them down. It hasn't. This won't get them down. We're going to get this 2-point conversion right here. I look for Blake Hayes, Gage Bottom in the pass.
That's been the successful pass play, especially on 2-point conversions. Now it's going to be a little bit different. They normally go the quick out with Bottoms and then go a little inside run with KKO. Let's see what they do here. They have Bottoms the wing on the far side, Osborne and Pennywell in the backfield. Straight drop, looking outside. Osborne's going to have to make some guys miss. Well played by the Macon defense.
Love the play.
Something Monroe City has not done that I think is at some point is going to be a home run. Well played. Blake Class, the coach's son. The quarterback steps up, plays it well. They make the tackle. 2-point conversion, no good. 5:42 remaining third quarter. This game is tied.
It's living up to its height. 3-0 teams. 12-12. Offenses clicking here. Both able to put in touchdowns on their first drives. Macon strikes first, unable to get the 2-point conversion. Monroe City strikes back. Senior-led. Big plays there by the senior Gage Bottoms, a few big plays there, and then punch in. Blake Hayes, the senior quarterback, punches it in with a little help. If you're a Notre Dame fan, you remember the Bush push where Reggie Bush pushes in Matt Leinart. Very similar to that, except it's legal now. It wasn't legal back then. They didn't call it.
Still bitter about that.
Still a little bitter, yes, as Notre Dame fans. And Mizzou Tiger fans, tomorrow on 107.5, hopefully they got everything worked out in the TuneIn app. 6:30 kickoff, Mike Kelly on the call. I'll be listening in. Little Panthers kickoff at 6 right here at Langford Field. I'll have my earbuds in, listen to the TuneIn app, and Mike Kelly and the Mizzou Tigers. Our Tigers up. The toughest matchup they'll face so far this year at Purdue.
Revenge game for the Panthers for the Tigers after getting embarrassed in Columbia last year. The low point of the Barry Odom era last year. After that they did lose to Auburn after that, but that was kind of the start of them starting to get things changed. They, defensive coordinator changed and things improved. Max Hayes, looks like Max Hayes was getting a little bit of a push, maybe some cramps. Again, hot weather today, can't lose him. Here's the kick from Holland. It is a low line drive kick, big bounce, taken at the 20-yard line by Garrett Blaze. He breaks the tackle. Ooh! Damian Holland and Hunter Lilly. Lilly wraps him up. Holland delivers the blow. Macon will start after a 13-yard return at the 33-yard line.
So one of the best, there's a lot of great things about our coaching staff, and I could go on for hours about how great of men they are and all of that, and they certainly are. But one of the greatest things is Coach Kirby knows how to adjust that wing T offense and make little bitty adjustments to our benefit. On the other side of that, our defensive coordinator, Brock Edris, does the same thing. I look for an adjustment here and a much better series out of the Panther defense.
All right, 1st and 10 Macon here, 12-12 game, 5:35 third quarter. Waller takes the snap. It's a give to Edwards. Edwards has a big hole behind the big number 77. Gatlin Bixel makes the tackle, a gain of 11. Number 77, Phillips, opens up a huge hole again. He's 6'8", 315 pounds. Big hole, 11 yards, first down.
Yeah, big hole there. They have established the running game this half, something that they really didn't get established in the first half. Then they have interspersed the pass this half, so they've kind of flip-flopped a little bit and went run first, pass second here, as the first half was different.
First and 10, Macon at their 44-yard line. Guy in motion, that is the tight end Waddell. Give again to Edwards. Edwards is going to get to the outside. Another big gain. Depends on where he's ran out by Blake Hayes. Depends on the spot. Going to be close to a first down. The last 5 runs for Edwards in the second half, runs of 4, 15, 19, 11, and this is going to be about 9 or 10. I think it's a first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark it as a first down.
10-yard run there for
first down.
Evan Edwards.
Yeah, he definitely had the yardage, and the spot was where it was supposed to be. defense here is going to have to come up with a big stop. They're in Monroe territory already. They're going to continue to run the ball until we prove we can stop
5 carries, 60 yards for Edwards in the second half, and he will get a fake here. Waller keeps it. He's across the 45 to the 41-yard line, gain of 5 as they had an empty backfield. They brought Edwards on the jet sweep. They fake it to him, run the quarterback run with Waller, who's a very, very good athlete in his own right. He gets 5, 2nd and 5.
Hunter Lilly with the big stop there to stop it from being bigger. Again, we talked about it. One of the keys to winning for Monroe City is tackling in space. So far, we've done a really good job of that. We're going to have to come up with a big stop here on this series, though.
2nd and 5, Monroe City, or making ball from Monroe City 41. Looking again, wanted that quick hitch, running, getting pressured. He's going to try to tuck it and run. He's got the corner near a first down. Let's see where they mark him out at.
All-state defensive end, Max Hayes providing pressure. Again, we've talked about the athleticism of Nash Waller. He's able to get out of the pocket. They knock him out of bounds. It's going to be real close. I think they're probably going to mark a first down. Yep, definitely a first down.
5 yards, 2nd and 5. He gets 5.5. First down as Hayes got in. There was nobody on the backside. Pennywell runs him out. It is 12-12. Darren, the score is 12-12, 4:19 remaining third quarter.
12-12 again. Both Macon and Monroe City have scored in the second half. Both have missed extra points. 2-point conversions. Both teams went for 2-point conversions. 4:19 left in the third quarter.
1st and 10. Pistol formation for Macon from the Monroe City 36. Flag, timeout, Monroe City, or no, timeout. Yeah, he pointed at Macon. Brock Idris wanted a timeout. Probably a couple reasons. One, to give his guys a blow. And secondly, they have been gashed on the ground so far in the second half. I mean, we have Kevin Edwards. I have 5 carries, 60 yards. Waller, the 2 runs right there, 5 and 5. So, 7 carries, 60 yards on the ground. They are, and the push from the Macon offensive line has been impressive. Now, Monroe City, all those guys, the inside guys are playing both ways. They're trying to get Dennison and some of these guys in, but, maybe wearing them down a little bit. Monroe City needs to take a breather. Relax. It's set 1st and 10, ball at the 36, and not a field goal team. You got plenty of time to stop them here. Let's see what they want to do. Again,
great timeout by Coach Idris.
Yeah, 12-12, 4:19 remaining.
This is the first half was a little sloppy from both teams. Penalties for Macon, fumbles for Monroe City. This half, two scoring drives, one for Macon, one for Monroe City. Now Macon driving. Little cleaner half. Defenses are on their heels a little bit. I look for an adjustment to be made. Coach Idris smartly and Coach Kirby get a timeout, get them regrouped, get them some water on this little bit humid night, especially here in the press box. Real humid. And let's get a stop. Still a lot of time, a lot of football left here.
We have a couple scores here while we're waiting. We'll get to them. But 16, Clark County and Kirksville tied at 16, third quarter. We'll get to Lexington Brookfield after this play. 1st and 10, false start as they were running in front to this side. The whole left side was pulling. Surprising score in the Lexington Brookfield game. As good as we've seen that Brookfield defense, Lexington 32, Brookfield not 14.
Yeah, that is a little shocking. Their defense has been phenomenal this year, only giving up 7 points, I believe, a game. Of course, they're only averaging less than that. So
two big touchdown runs for Lexington in that game. 66-yarder and a 77-yarder. That's kind of the difference. But again, 32-14 Lexington. That is in the early fourth quarter. 1st and 15, Macon, ball at the 41-yard line of Monroe City. Give Edwards, and a good play is back with Danny Dennison, who has made a couple big plays. Did not play at all last week that we are aware of defensively. Big play there.
Yeah, Danny, this is actually his first action defensively, I believe, this year. And again, like Michael said, he's made a couple huge plays. That was a big play.
How is that only a 1-yard loss?
Yeah,
he got brought down at the 44-yard line. Somehow they give him forward progress to the 42, I guess.
Yeah,
that is a 2-yard generous spot. Great play by Dennison.
So still going to bring up 2nd and long. Trips formation here to the near side nearest us.
2nd and 16. Ball at the 42-yard line. Trips to the near side. One receiver far side. He's looking to that far side. Slant. Caught, big play, Blake Class, first down.
We were inches away from knocking that ball down.
KKO,
Inches away.
KKO on the coverage, right there, just went in for the knockdown, just unable to hold on for the tackle on the backside. Big play out to the 22-yard line, gain of 19 on the pass play.
A big first down there for Macon. Defense going to have to come up with a big stop. Clock's running. 3:20 left in the third quarter. 12-12. Macon first and 10.
First and 10, ball at the 22. Takes the snap. It is a give to Edwards. Osborne had him. He breaks that tackle. Going to get across the 20. Probably marked down at about the 18-yard line.
We had a loss of probably 3 or 4, and he ends up getting a gain of 3 or 4.
Osborne on the strong safety blitz gets him and just unable to make the tackle in the backfield. Keenan Batsel's the first one to kind of stand him up around the 18-yard line. Gain of 4, what could have been a loss of 3.
Defense going to need 3 stops. Macon's going for it, no doubt, on fourth down if they get to that point, and I think they will. I think we're going to come up with a big stop.
Ball at the 17. Here's the snap. It is a give to Edwards. Hit in the backfield. He's going to get about no gain. Let's see who was on the bottom. Somebody wrapped him
I
up.
think it was 57, Max Hayes, that got to his feet. Yeah,
Max Hayes
Max
there.
Hayes was
the first
there.
guy to hit him, and it then looks like Saxbury, Pennywell, Holland, all kind of there to make the play. No gain. Nice play.
Make no mistake about it, folks. Jonathan Saxbury is still living in this backfield. Macon, just a little bit more athletic than any other team we've seen, is able to elude him a little bit better, but he's still causing fits in the Macon backfield.
2 minutes, third quarter. We have a 12-12 game here. Macon driving, 3rd and 6, ball at the 18. Waller looking to throw, rolling right, rolling, throws underneath for Waddell. Osborne, did they call it a catch?
No, incomplete.
What a hit. Osborne came and laid the wood a little quick out. Would have been a 2-yard gain anyway, but Osborne from that safety spot, setting in his zone, comes up and lays the wood. 4th and 6 now. Here comes the Panther deep.
Here comes the Panther faithful on their feet. What a hit by Zach Osborne. We talk about him offensively. Got a little excited there, number 1, laying the hit stick. Big play here for the Panther defense. 4th and 6 for Macon.
4th and 6 as they go twins to the near side, twins to the far side. Edwards is actually set out a little bit, quite a bit away from Waller. Waller looking for a throwback. It is wide open. One guy to beat. First down yardage inside the 10. The throwback to 15, Timmy Watts. A great play call by Macon and Pete Class.
Pulls the tackle out there to get the cornerback. Becomes a one-on-one. You got to elude the blocker and then make the tackle. Able to do it, but he was able to get first down yardage first. So it's going to be first and I think goal. They marked it goal. So no chance at a first down here. Monroe City's going to have to come out 12-12, under a minute and 30 left in the third quarter.
8-yard gain on the play. 1st and 10, first and goal, Macon at the 10. Zach Osborne, the first to hit him as they give it to Edwards. Damian Holland also there. Shouldn't be any gain, and they do mark it no gain. 2nd and goal from the 10.
3 more stops is all you need, Panther defense. So far, so good. Senior Zach Osborne, strong safety this year, moved from the cornerback position, comes up and is laying some wood tonight, folks. Big hit by the senior number 1.
57 seconds and running here. Third quarter, 12-12. 2nd and goal, Macon. Timeout, Macon. Looks like Coach Class didn't like what he saw here.
And I actually liked that timeout for us because they had trips over here and there was a little confusion in our defensive backfield. And so that is actually going to benefit us too. Plus we get water. Good timeout, obviously, for them because they didn't like what they saw either. But I think this is going to benefit the Panthers. They're going to need 3 stops here in order to.
2nd and goal coming. 50.8 seconds to go. Third quarter action. 12-12. Halftime score was 6-6. Macon scores first after a Monroe City turnover. Drives down. Hits a 10-yard pass play from Waller to Hayes, the senior receiver. 6-0 Macon. Monroe City answers back, and later in the first quarter on a 1-yard touch or on an 8-yard touchdown run for Zach Osborne. And then first drive of the half for Macon, they drive right down the field, get a touchdown from number 5 Waller to Kendrick Waddell, a 4-yard touchdown pass. And then Monroe City drives down the field running the football, get a 1-yard run from Blake Osborne. 2nd and goal, we're back to live action. Empty backfield, sends Edwards in motion, fakes it, throws tight end up. It is caught at the...
Wow, big hit there by Lance Williams, but they are going to mark it down.
Mark it down at the half-yard line. I thought there was only two. I thought it was either pass incomplete or a touchdown, but the ball did not cross as he had to come back for it and took a big hit. 3rd and goal from about an inch right now.
And Macon has not shown the ability to go under center, and they are still not.
They're going under shotgun. Let's see what they want to do here. 23 seconds and counting.
Here he goes, under center.
12-12.
No, they're going to call false start.
And they were not set.
No.
I think they're going to call illegal procedure for not being set here.
We actually stopped him short, but they're going to call offsides on Monroe City.
Wow.
At half the distance, they're not going to gain much.
The ball literally is not going to move here. They are that close to the goal line.
They're going to run that same play.
Monroe City did stop them. They call offsides. It had to be. They just had to be lined up in the neutral zone. We didn't see anybody really jump. And it was a quick snap, so I don't see where the offsides unless they were lined up there.
So the
3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. They're going to go to the quarter here. Macon is going to go. They will have 3rd and goal from about a millimeter from the goal line. And it's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter right now. You don't know if you hear the siren or not. 12-12. Macon knocking on the door to take the lead again.
Macon 12.
So they come out in the shotgun formation. They have not shown any underneath. The quarterback rushes to the line of scrimmage, snaps it quick. Used to run this with Joe Gillum when I was at Paris. It works every single time. Actually, that time Monroe City defense got the stop, but we were offsides. So they're going to call it dead, move it, I guess, an inch or two. So to start the 4th quarter, it's going to be 3rd and goal. Now, if they do run that same play, which I think they will, the one thing to look for is Waller is not used to taking those under center snaps that often. So see if maybe the Panthers can't get a fumble out of this deal and come away unscathed. And yes, folks, we're not on the radio. We're getting a couple texts up here in the booth. So continue to let everyone know that the radio station.
At this point, we're just going to count on not going on the radio. We kind of held out hope that the radio station would get the phone line. Just phone lines down. Phone company. Certainly, the phone company's been called. We're glad to bring it here. I know there's a lot of people that are wishing they could have it on the radio. We certainly wish we could too, but we're doing the best we can here.
We'll get to the sponsors again. I'll run down the sponsors again here to change the possession one way or the other. So we get the sponsors that normally on the radio for us. We want to take care of them too. Here we go.
3rd and goal, inch-yard line. He's in the pistol here. Now let's see if Monroe makes the adjustment here.
Now we're going to jump offside again.
Doesn't matter. The ball cannot move any closer, so it doesn't matter. Monroe City did jump off sides. Now, the question for Monroe City and Macon.
No, we've got a.
They're still talking.
They're still talking like maybe this might have been
one guy. There is one of the officials is saying it's on Macon. I think he's going to get overruled here, but there is one official saying that the right side of the Macon line moved, which the far side, Gage Bottoms, the defensive end, is the guy who jumped.
Was he?
Their question is whether that right tackle moved first, and they're still talking about it here. Here comes the white hat, dead ball.
False start.
Macon.
Huge!
Wow, what a big play. Impossible to be closer to the goal line than they were on that play.
Coach Class is all the way on the field. He's not careful, he's going to get a penalty.
Yeah, you can't, very rarely do they let you come out. He was across the hash, which I do not think you're legally as a coach even supposed to come out.
And he is yelling down at the other officials still.
Yeah.
But the huge break for the Panthers. We'll take it. We're not going to give it away. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and goal from the 5. Now here's where Macon has been successful. Number 1, Kendrick Waddell, the tight end, little tight end dump. They run little slants from their inside slot guys. They ran a pick play last time. They're running the option. What a hit on the quarterback. Edwards has it though. He's inside the 5. He is in. Touchdown. Wow. The quarterback takes a huge hit from Gage Bottoms, but they get the pitch. Great play by Nash Waller. Edwards hit it to 2, able to get in. 11:51, Macon 18.
And looks like they're probably going to go for 2 again. I don't think they have a lot of confidence in their extra point kicker. They are going to go for 2. Big 2-point conversion here, because we know the Panthers are going to go for 2. Give credit where credit's due. Edwards made an unbelievable run to get in the end zone. Here we go, 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion, shotgun on the option the other way. Set ran a little shovel pass, 2-point conversion, good. The shovel pass to 23, Gus Davis, who has been an H-back. And what they did, they ran that same option, except instead of pitching out, go to the little shovel pass to 23. Good play call.
Great play call, a little wrinkle. Not a problem hitting the quarterback. We did a good job both times of making sure that the quarterback was taken care of. Pitchman on the touchdown was able to squirt in and get in. And then the underneath little shovel pass. Nice wrinkle to the play call there by Coach Class. Now, again, we talked about it after Macon scored right after half. We're a senior-led football team. We are going to respond. We've been able to move the football as long as we don't, fumble or do something. We're going to move the football. Now we just got to get a 2-point conversion to tie.
Impressive drive from Macon as they go 68 yards in 14 plays in 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Impressive drive from Macon. That's something that I did not see them having that in them, being able to sustain the drives, getting big 3rd down conversions. They did there behind Edwards, the running back. Waller, nice plays, couple big pass plays. They get in Monroe City, 2012, time with the running game that we've seen from both teams. There's not a lot of possessions left in this game. Monroe City's got to get at least some movement here. Let's see what they want to do.
The football is angled here. You're not going to kick to Blake or Zach, so it's going to be a pooch kick. Look for Lance Williams, Damian Highland to secure this.
Blake Hayes is actually standing at the 25-yard line. If they could kick it off.
And they actually did get it to
Blake Hayes at the 28, and they're going to run the reverse to Osborne. He's across the 30, breaks a tackle, 34-yard line. That's all. Probably would have been better if they would have ran the reverse to the other way. Obviously, that's a call made before the kickoff. Just a long way as that ball is caught on this sideline, and Hayes has to run all the way to the middle of the field to give the handoff and let Osborne come back. Maybe a play where he could have got up and just got what he could, but still 34-yard line, fine field position. Monroe City, offensively last drive, the running game got going. Let's see what they want to do here. 11:44, Macon 20, Monroe City 12.
11:44 left. Here we go. A little bit same normal formation, double wing here for the Panthers.
Takes the snap. It is a give to Osborne. Osborne got a good seal on the outside. Flag on the play. They're going to get the running back Bottoms is who they're going to call this on. I don't know about the call. It looked like he had
he had a great block.
He had a good hook block to seal the edge as Blake Hayes gets out across the 50. And as the play stands, it's a 17-yard run, but going to be coming back for holding.
And Coach Kirby is letting the referee know that probably wasn't a very good call. I tend to agree with Coach Kirby that wasn't a good call. I thought it was a good block. I don't think the referee had a good angle to see the fact that Gage was engaged inside and just made a good block. But it's going to push the Panthers back. It's going to be first and 20.
First and 20 as they're going to mark it down. If the flag was thrown right at the line of scrimmage, first and 20. Again, bad break for Monroe City. Looked like a good block. It would have been a 17-yard run for Osborne on a good little play. First and 20 now for Monroe City. Got to think maybe the pass has got to come out this drive. Again, running out of time. 11:36. Macon leads 20-12. This has been the most Monroe City's been challenged since the state game. The longest they've been behind in a long time. Let's see how they respond here. We got a good group of seniors and juniors. A lot of experience. 1st and 20. Give to, no, it's a play fake. Looking on a wheel route for Osborne. Incomplete. May have been some contact both ways, but it wasn't pass interference. Tried to get him on the outside. Really good coverage there.
Love the play call.
Blake Class, the coach's son, with really good coverage there.
Hey, he's had a great game both ways.
And would have been a hard throw. I mean, Monroe City on the near hash, trying to throw a wheel route to the far sideline, would have been a long play. Blake underthrew it just a hair. 2nd and 20. They got to think maybe now you got to get to the running game, Batzel or something. Get to 3rd and
How about
manageable.
the double handoff one time here for the Panthers?
And it is an inside give to Osborne. Hit immediately. That play has not worked thus far. No gain.
No gain. Yeah, inside handoff. It used to be Coach Ladd's wingback trap is what we used to call it. 11-15 and counting. Clock's running. 20 Macon, 12 Monroe City. 3rd and long. Monroe City definitely in punting territory if we don't get the first down here. And then the defense obviously will have to come up with a huge stop. So huge third down and 19 for the Panthers.
11 minutes to go. 2012 Macon. Monroe City 3rd and 20 from their own 24-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here. Hayes is going to do a little fake. They're going to run that option. Bottoms turns it up, but he's not going to be near the first down. Got what he could, and not a bad run. Gets him a little bit better field position. He's going to get 7. 4th and 13 coming. Punting time for Monroe City. This will be the first time they punted tonight. Macon has not been stopped really this second half. 2 touchdowns, 2 drives. Monroe City needs a big punt from their sophomore Bulick, who's had some big punts. Been a very good athlete. Let's see what they want to do here.
Back deep.
The snap gets away, no pressure. It's a low line drive.
Perfect.
Not going to go out of bounds. If it's 5 yards more in bounds, it probably goes inside the 30. They are giving them a wonderful spot if they're marking it at midfield. That ball went out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
46, yeah, 46.
This guy's moving it. One of the linemen, the back judge, who has no way, there's no way he could have saw what's going on. He marks it out at the 49. I mean, 3 yards, it's not the end of the world, but that's a bad spot. That's just, that's a guy that has
How does he make that call?
The close line judge on the far side where it went out of bounds is right there. He marks it at the 46. They move it out to the 49.
20-12, Macon's leading. 10:07 left in the game. 20-12, Macon. All right, here we go. We need a big stop. How about a turnover one time?
Monroe City has not turned Macon over. Monroe City has 2 turnovers of their own. Give Edwards. Edwards hitting the backfield, still on his feet. He's still on his feet. He's across the 45 to the 40. Running, hard running, big time run in the Monroe City defense. The first time they've been pushed around all year, and that is a big gain of 15 on first down for Edwards.
They've definitely established the running game here in the second half. Edwards has had a big half. They're going to continue to run the football until we come up with a big stop. They've hurt themselves with some penalties that put them in some spots. Panthers are going to have to come up with a big stop now. They're inside our territory at the 36-yard line.
84 second half rushing yards for Edwards thus far. 1st and 10, Macon. Give Edwards. Edwards, good play by Max Hayes. Max Hayes, oh, he breaks the tackle. Had him by the jersey. Edwards running hard. Really needed the rest of the defense to help him out. Max Hayes, that is an all-state caliber play. And he's getting blocked, reached out, holds him up, no one there.
You were being nice. He was being held.
Yeah.
Max Hayes was getting held and still makes a play, just unable to bring him down. No call there.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. 2nd and 6, actually, or 2nd and 4. That's a gain of 6 on that play. Kevin Edwards is showing a surprising amount of strength. They're going to take him out now, go to Mitchell, who had success in the first half as well. 2nd and 4. Blitz coming. Everybody comes. Running the inside run to Rickenberg. He breaks a tackle. Is going to get near first down yardage.
It's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Max Hayes finally able to fall back and make the tackle. Nice play for Waller. He had Nolan Pennywell right in his face. They get 3rd and 1.
going to need 2 stops here. Definitely 4 down territory for the Tigers. 3rd and 1. Coming in with the play here. Macon does huddle up. They don't go no huddle. They have run every single play except for one out of the shotgun, and that one play they ran was actually called dead for an offside.
8:29 remaining, third quarter. 3rd and 1 Macon, ball at the 32. Play fake, looking quick, out, complete, first down.
Quick hitch. They're just running the quick hitters. The hitch is the slant, so they're toughest to defend.
Hard to defend. They get about, let's see where they mark it at, a gain of about, let's see, 4 yards.
4 yards. Yeah, it was a 4-yard hitch. You go up 5-6 yards. You come right back to the football. Waller, very good quarterback, throws the ball actually before the guy comes out of his break. Wide receiver turns around, the ball's already there. Need a big
First and
stop.
10, ball at the 22-yard line now. Edwards, the running back in, and he will get the carry here. Get big hole. Breaks a tackle across the 25, pushed by his line out to the 16-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play.
Another big running play there for Edwards and the Macon Tiger offense. They're moving the ball. The defense is going to have to come up with a big stop here. The clock is running. We're already under 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Monroe City trailing by 8 points, 20-12.
Unofficially, I have Kevin Edwards, 19 carries, 120 yards right now. 2nd and 4 coming.
Big play right
Pistol
here.
formation. Got to think they're going to keep it on the ground here. Give to Edwards. Makes the guy miss. Touchdown, Macon. Kevin Edwards makes the guy miss in the backfield. And folks, Monroe City is in serious trouble as Macon goes up 26-12. Kevin Edwards, touchdown run from 14 yards out.
Waller's getting a play. I think they've given up on the opportunity to kick extra points. They're going to go for 2 here. This is a really big 2-point conversion for Monroe to get back in the game. If they get it, Monroe's got to have 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions. So a stop here is going to be big. Macon's kind of come up with some good 2-point plays. Let's see if they come up
Waller,
with another
shotgun looking, fake to Edwards, getting pressured by Saxberry. Makes a guy miss, still on his feet. Lance Williams, it pushes him out of bounds. He does throw, it would have been picked by Blake Hayes, but
nice play there by the senior free safety, Lance Williams.
7:30 remaining in this game, folks. Macon, we thought was going to be a contest. Macon is for real. Macon 26, Monroe City 12. Monroe City's got to find an answer offensively. They just do not have it right now, and Macon has not been stopped. 3 touchdown drives for Macon in the second half.
Yeah, and the last drive was stalled from the very beginning with a questionable hold call on Gage Bottoms. Made it put us in first and forever situations. That drive stalled. We were able to run the ball the first drive, and most of the first half we did. Obviously we've only punched it in 2 times. The problem with a sustained drive at this point is clock is not in our favor. 7:30 left in the game. Waller is going to be lined up to kick. He has got it angled here. Let's see if we can come up with a little bit of a kick return. He's going to pooch it or squib it. We've got athletes over here on this side. Blake's going to scoot way up. We've moved Antoine in there at a position to be able to catch it. Antoine Battle, number 14, the junior. So let's see if we can't break one here and then maybe come up with a big play to get a quick score, and then we're right back in the game.
Kevin Edwards, the running back for Macon. 20 carries, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He has been impressive. 111 of those yards in the second half. 5 carries, 19 yards in the first half, exploding in the second half. Onside kick here, it's still loose. Macon recovers. Macon kicks an onside kick up 26-12. Gets by Nolan Pennywell, who was the outside guy, and they had to kind of bunch Monroe City, and they just get outside and find a gap. Macon is rolling right now, folks. Monroe City, anything that can go against them has. They need some sort of turnover, fumble, or something, and they got to find an answer for Edwards. If they can't find an answer for Edwards, this game is over.
The defense has been on the field a whole bunch this half. That Macon offensive line is big. what we need right now is a turnover. We got to go for the strips. We got to go for take some chances here.
First and 10, ball at the 47-yard line. Macon fake to Mitchell. He's looking for the home run. Pressure, gets away. He has a lot of room to run. Nolan Pennywell finally brings him down, but a gain of 7 as they got him pressure up the middle. There's no outside contained. Looking deep. Great coverage down the field. KKO, Blake Hayes, Lance Williams all had back there as they had 3 deep guys. All had good coverage. Officials timeout. We don't know what the official call is. Is there a Monroe City guy down over here maybe on the sideline?
Yeah, I think we've got some. We can't see him. He's blocked.
It might be Nolan Pennywell. Nolan Pennywell made the tackle. That would be the guy that's probably down.
Yeah, we got the players are taking a knee now. Never a good sign. Hopefully the young man's okay. We'll get you a name and a number here shortly.
It looks like it is Nolan Pennywell, guys. Nolan Pennywell, very good defensive players. Made first half he made 2 huge stops. Makes the tackle there. If he's not there, Waller probably is going to get inside the 30, maybe inside the 20. But again, 7:09 remaining, 26-12. We have an official's timeout.
Let's hope it's cramps. We hope the young man, he's okay.
The young man's
Looks,
up.
Now it's going to be a knee or an ankle. Dang it, they're carrying him off. Let's hope he's okay.
Coach Lincoln and Coach Kirby carrying him off now as they will get somebody to take a look at him. Marty Lincoln, the assistant coach, usually going to probably help out there as well. They wait for some more.
They're waving down for either Lindsey Tommy or for mom or dad to come down there, and let's hope the young man's okay. He's had a heck of a year defensively. He's had 2 sacks tonight, 4 sacks total in the year, an interception, a fumble recovery. Great big plays here tonight. Let's hope that young man's okay.
Okay, as it stands now, we're back to live action. We're going to call it 2nd and a long 2 for Macon as they got 7 yards on the run.
Danny Dennison actually is going to come in at linebacker now for Nolan Pennywell.
Give to Mitchell. Mitchell hitting the backfield, but are going to get a first down. Hunter Lilly hits him in the backfield. Dennison makes the tackle. 1st and 10, Macon as they get 2 or 3 on 3rd and 2 or 2nd and 2.
So the clock is going to start working really against Monroe. 6:52 and counting. They're going to run the entire 25 seconds every single play from here on out. Down 26-12. The Panthers really, really need a turnover at this juncture in the game in order to get the ball back and give them a chance. We see Ryan James is watching. I want to give him a shout out. He is one of our sponsors. He's going to sponsor the post-game player of the game.
1st and 10, Macon 37. Monroe City brings the blitz up the middle. They beat it with a little hesitation move from Mitchell.
Good play.
Jonathan Saxberry, number 5 Holland, right there. They just almost like almost missed a handoff, and it probably helped them as Mitchell gets across the 30, gain of 8, and clock is moving. Macon driving. Folks, this Macon team, this has been an impressive performance the second half. One of the best we've seen in a long time, and this is a Macon team that is for real. I mean, there a lot of talk about it before the season, about it being a 3 or 4 team race. Macon is for real, guys, and this is not going to be a team that's going away. 2nd and 1 here. Give Mitchell Hunter Lilly on the blitz.
Good play there, Hunter Lilly. Gage Bottoms helps clean it up.
Loss of 3 on the play. 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
They can somehow get a stop here, but 5:30 and counting here. Macon 26, Monroe City 12. Clock moving here. They're going to mark him back down at the 32-yard line, so a loss of 4. 3rd down and
So let's give some shout-outs here real quick. Clarity Healthcare, Hunting Corner, Aspect Heating, Macon Atlanta Bank, White Barn Processing, and America's Best Value. Those are just some of our sponsors. We'll get to the rest of them here as we have a chance.
3rd and 5, Macon. Shotgun formation. Monroe City showing blitz, backing up out of it now, and they will give to Mitchell. Mitchell breaks a tackle, able to hold out.
Bring up 4th down.
Damian Holland, he had it broke. Holland able to keep the hold of his feet. Danny Dennison and Saxberry there to clean it up. 4th down and 3 from the 40-yard or from the 30-yard line. 4:43 remaining. Macon taking their time. Maybe got to think right now this is the time. Macon's got all 3 timeout or got two timeouts remaining. 4:30. They can run this down to about 4:08. Let's see if they maybe want to take the time, call a timeout, and get a play they want on a big fourth down. But again, 4:24 remaining.
Yeah, they're going to end up calling a timeout.
Macon 26, Monroe City 12. As they go out, they're going to come back in the huddle. They're going to call a timeout with 1 second remaining. That will be 4:12 on the game clock. 4:11, excuse me. 4:11 on the game clock. Fourth quarter action. Macon 26, Monroe City 12. Big fourth down coming. Let's go through our sponsors one more time.
So we just mentioned those other ones. We've also got Farmers Elevator, Gosney Pharmacy, Arrow Tool and Die, Ren Potterfield Trucking, James O'Donnell Life Celebration. Again, Ryan James Insurance Group will have his player of the game after the game. Quinn Farm Supply, two former Monroe City Panthers running the show there. Of course, Jerry Quinn, the owner, and Matt Seward. We've also got the Dugout, Terry and Laura. Garner Funeral Home, Trent Garner, former player and coach. Aspect Heating, Clarity Healthcare, Alliant Bank, and we've also got
White Barn Processing.
And we've got the PAFs, and I'm looking for them.
Yeah, Monroe
City Ready Mix. Yes, there we go.
So we got
no Price Chopper. Sorry for you Chiefs fans. We got Monroe City Lady Panthers softball tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We also play at noon. We play South Shelby, then Canton. Missouri Tiger football tomorrow at 6:30 on the app. Normally we're on.
It will be on the air for sure. I can guarantee you it will be on 107.5, the radio. We'll see if it works on the live stream. Here we go, 4th down and 3. Waller trying to get Monroe City to jump. Monroe City stays onside. Now they'll send a guy in motion. Hits the option. Gets across the 30. Brought down. Jonathan Sackberry. Short of the first down. No gain. Monroe City's going to have a chance here. 4:05 remaining. Macon 26, Monroe City 12. I hope that I have 10% on my battery. We're going to try to do this. If we may have a breakup and I may have to go to the phone. But 4:05 remaining. Monroe City down 26-12, has to score fast, and has to be big plays here.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be looking at the double handoff, the passes, maybe a Zach Osborne break a run here. We got to score fast, 4 or 5 left, down 26-12. Coming out, and a little confusion on the formation, but I think we got it. All right, we're going to go to a trips heavy look.
Trips look on this side. 8 on the play clock. Hayes straight drop. Good block from Batzel. Looking underneath, incomplete. Looking for the quick out for KKO. Good coverage, a little overthrown.
3-man route there. Maybe a little confusion from the running backs on their route. Kept Gatlin in to block. He's covered up that tight end. He's ineligible, so he cannot go out for pass. Cannot treat it as an offensive lineman. Did a good job staying in. And Gage and Zach talking that over.
Still talking. Looks like that maybe they got confused on their route.
And I think that's probably a formation we're going to see a lot here in the last 4 minutes as we look to have a quick score.
4:01 remaining. Macon 26, Monroe City 12. Hayes give to Osborne. Good seal block by Dennison.
It's going to be a
good tackle, but it's coming back with a hold.
There's no doubt. I saw that when we were grabbing onto a leg there. There's no doubt that was a hold. And I think probably Coach Class
may decline it here.
May decline it because of the down situation.
And it makes it 3rd down. The clock keeps moving.
But they're going to move them back. And the reason is because you add more yards.
They got to score a touchdown.
They got to score anyway, and another down means more clock is running. So understand that we're going to be throwing anyway. I think for the most part, we're going to throw a run here and there. But if we can, but we need a quick score, and then we're going to probably have the onside kick.
Yeah. Second and 16 right now for Monroe City. Ball at the 23-yard line for Monroe City. They have battle the wing, Osborne and Batzel in the backfield. They fake to Osborne, looking for KKO deep. Underneath for Battle. It is incomplete, almost intercepted. Battle had it in his hand. Good defensive play. 48, Colby Vincent, the senior linebacker, got his hands on it. almost was intercepted. 3rd down and 16 coming.
Yeah, good defensive play there.
But a two-man route,
Yep.
two-man route against 4, they have 6, 7 guys in coverage. Monroe City is going to have to get creative. Again, they ran the out route, or the drag route from the opposite side, battle as the wing, and then they ran a post-corner route, Z7, what we used to call it, post-corner to Kalen Kendrick O'Brien, KKO. He's covered he was double teamed. Battle had maybe a step. Good play by the Macon linebacker. 3rd down and 16 coming. Hayes fake to Osborne, running that same play. Now a throwback to Osborne. One guy to beat. Saxbury hits him, but the guy is able to hold him up enough. Nice play, staying home, number 15. Timmy Watts. If Timmy Watts isn't there, that's at least a 1st down.
Yeah, that's the wrinkle, that throwback to Zach. Big clearing. He had Sachs leading the way. Just a really good play there by the defensive back. And looks like Monroe City is going to
Punt?
I'm thinking we're going to punt, but we may call timeout here.
2:57 remaining, 2-score game. I guess maybe a fake, or maybe they're trying to get some field position quickly. I don't know. They do got 3 timeouts, hoping, I guess, for a 3 and out. 2:42 and moving. The ball is going to be down at the 41-yard line. And I have to think what Monroe City's wanting to do here is 4th down and forever. They do have 3 timeouts, so what they're hopeful is they can get 3 stops and not use but maybe 20 seconds off the clock. 3 timeouts here, get 3 big stops, and then turn around and try to get some quick touchdowns there. Now, I think it's just a play that Monroe City not designed to get the big chunk yardage. The passing game, pass a little confusing there. Try to shorten that field when they get it here. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they can get the ball back and still be over 2 minutes left in the game. But like you said, we're going to have to get 3 quick stops and call 3 quick timeouts.
1st and 10, ball at the 41. Give Edwards, hitting the backfield by Hunter Lilly. Nice play. Loss of 1, and Monroe City's got to call a timeout here. They do. 2:20. Well, they have not yet. 2:25 and counting. Maybe you're going to try to get it after the 2nd down play. But again, they're going to move this. They're going to snap this ball inside of 2 minutes.
Monroe's going to have to get 2 more stops to force the punt. Macon is going to be in no hurry here to run this play. Looking here at Nolan Pennywell, he's still on the bench here. Coach Lincoln is looking him over. Lindsey Tommy's down there taking a look at him too. Hopefully the young man's okay. He's just a sprain.
All right.
We'll get him back next
3
week.
receivers, 1 to the far side, 2 to the near. They're going to run the quarterback run. Keep it in
That's
his
a
hands.
hold on Zach Osborne.
They do. They're going to get out across the 45. They're going to mark him about the 47-yard line. Now, Monroe does use a timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 4 or 5, and we're going to get a stop here. Then we're going to call a timeout.
3rd and 4 coming as they get 7 yards on the play on the give to Waller. 3rd and 4, 1 minute 42 seconds remaining. One of the Macon coaches is wanting some sort of explanation from the officials. I don't know what it would be for.
Not sure either. It looks like offensive coordinator Coach Sontheimer looking for an explanation. Now they're huddling up. Coach Idris in with the defense for the Panthers. We talked about this game since we did pregame back week 1. We knew that this matchup was down the way, that it was going to be a tough matchup for the Panthers. The athleticism of Macon they always have athletes, and they showed tonight that they're for real. 142 left for our Panthers. It's gonna take nothing short of a miracle to come back and make it and tie this game.
And this defense has been on the field for a lot of plays here. I mean, just a lot of plays in this.
I think we're going to get a false start, and it's going to be at 3rd and long. They're going to run the ball anyway. So
dead ball false start is the call. 3rd down and 8 is what's going to be coming for Macon.
But let's also folks out there, Panther fans. Obviously, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing the broadcast. we're still a really good football team. And we're going to win a lot of football games this year. And sometimes teams need a tough loss to kind of spring forward, and learn a little bit about yourself. It's happened to a lot of Monroe City teams throughout the years where they have that tough loss and they come back better than ever over the next month, 2, 3 months. And I know that that's what's going to happen with this Panther team. So we're still a good football team. A lot of football left this year.
3rd down and 7. They will bring Edwards in motion, fake it to him, give Waller. Good block by the lineman. It's going to be close to a first down.
It's going to
It should be short. It should be short, right at midfield. Going to be 4th down and about a fourth and a short yard. They gave him a great spot. It's going to be 4th and about a half a yard.
He might, Coach Class, if he goes for it and gets it, the game is over. For sure, they'll just take a knee. So he may go for it. They're debating over there as a coaching staff. They could also just punt it and force us back inside the 20, inside our own 10, and make us have to score 2 touchdowns in a minute 30 and go 90 yards to do one of those. So, either way he goes is not going to be wrong here as a coach for Macon. Unfortunately for Monroe City, time is really not on our side. Down 26-12, a minute 29 left. We will do a post game. I doubt we'd have Coach Kirby come out because we're not on the radio. So we won't have Coach.
It will be an abbreviated. We'll have a rundown of the scoring. We'll have some stats. We'll do the Ryan James Player of the Game. And then, we'll do a quick breakdown and talk about next week. Again, 1:29 remaining. This is Monroe City. If they have any hope of making a run in this game, they got to get a stop here. I have to thank Macon. The last 2 plays where they wanted to get something going, quarterback runs for 7 yards and for 2 straight 7-yard runs from the quarterback, Waller. Now he will get under center and it's going to do sneak. Offsides, that's Saxbury. They did the hard snap, but good play by the veteran quarterback. Gets under center like he's going to take the quick snap for the quarterback sneak.
They'll nail it from here on out.
And so that will, the offsides will give them the first down, folks, and that's going to do it. A minute 29 remaining. Monroe City may have 1 timeout. I think they're out of timeouts, and they can go in victory formation. And, folks, this is one of Macon's biggest wins in a long time. They are on the speed. Monroe City.
Hats off to them. Hats off to Macon.
This is a good football team, and, Monroe City came in number 3 in the state. This Macon team may jump into that role. This is a good team, balanced. We'll get some stats here. I mean, we have 129 yards, I can tell you, for Kevin Edwards on the ground. We have 23 pass attempts from Nash Waller to go along with, he's got to have about 40 yards rushing. And that's including, losses of -9, -6, -4, -6. Good player, good offensive line.
Clark is taking control of the game. They lead 32-16 late in the contest there over Kirksville. Trying to get you some more scores here. I'm running down my Twitter. So we have a new score here for the Q&D West Hancock game. First time, we'll talk about them at the post game. West Hancock's going to play Monroe City for the first time in history. They lead 26-21 over Q&D. Hannibal, it leads 14-6 over Mexico. That'd be a really good win for the Hannibal Pirates.
That's an early score. That was a second quarter score.
Oh, sorry. Let me
go. 45 seconds, and Waller will take a knee, and he will have to do that just one more time.
Hannibal 42, Mexico 6. That is a final, so good win there for Hannibal.
Palmyra, let's see if we can get an update on Palmyra. Final score there. Palmyra pulls away late. South Shelby goes up 8-0. Palmyra 46 unanswered. They beat South Shelby 46-8.
Last snap here for Nash Waller.
20 seconds now, and Nash Waller and the Macon Tigers are going to improve to 4-0, and they are showing the Class 2 state team. They are a team to reckon with. Monroe City. This isn't the end of the Monroe City season. This is a team that's still very good. They're going to get a chance next week to get back homecoming against West Hancock. As the final score: Macon 26, Monroe City 12.
Bowling Green looks like they are probably in control there, 36-28 in the fourth. Be a good win there for the Bowling Green Bobcats over Montgomery County. We've got. See if I can get some more scores here.
Play host to the
Tough loss here for the Panthers. We got 5% battery, so it's definitely going to be a abbreviated post game. We have a lot of football left to be played this year, Panther fans. It's a tough loss. Certainly our first loss since the state game in 2016. That's a long time to go that we have not, that since we've lost. But again, we're a senior-led football team. They've been playing together since they've been in third grade. They will come back bigger and better in the coming weeks. And so Monroe City offense, second half started great. Only going to end up with probably around 200 total yards. Time of possession was not in their favor. Macon, far as
a lot of plays for Macon. The quarterback, Nashwaller, 14 of 23 through the air, 162 yards, a couple touchdowns. On the ground, he has 12 carries, 48 yards, and that's including about 25 yards of loss. So, I mean, realistically, more like 8 carries for 68 yards, maybe 73 yards. Kevin Edwards, the running back, 21 carries, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The other guy, Dominic Mitchell, the other running back, 5 carries, 26 yards. Balanced attack through the air. Kendrick Waddell, the tight end, nice play.
Coach Class's son came up with the big plays.
Garrett Blaze, Timmy Watts. This is a team that really did not have a whole lot of. There's not a number one receiver. A lot of their guys have been younger guys playing in JV late in games. Balanced attack. This is a team that's really good. Defensively impressive. Monroe City starts off and runs right down their throat. The linebackers could not handle Keenan Batzel, but what the adjustments made is they make that adjustment, bring their guys in, shoot that middle gap, and then when Monroe got behind schedule, Macon just completely took away any big play possibilities from Monroe City. Yeah. All the credit to Macon. Great, just a great game plan. Monroe City offensively is going to have to find something. The defense, 26 points against this team is not bad, and they were on the field a lot for just a lot of this game. The offense has got to find something. They're just not clicking at what I would call max Q. They're still a good offense. They just got to get something going.
Yeah, so, again, Panther fans, a lot of football left. They're going to learn from this loss. If for some reason we completely go off air here, it's because we've lost complete battery on
I will go on my, if we go on off air, if you want to stay around, I'll try to go on my phone, but we're going to go quickly. Next week, West Hancock, another Wing T team.
So a first ever here for Monroe City.
Homecoming for Monroe City. Really need to get back to basics. A team that's going to be a mirror image. Led by their fullback, Bryce Wilson, short, stocky, 5'5", 190, extremely strong. Their all-time leading rusher, 2,500 yards. He's the guy they're going to look to offensively and build around that, like Monroe City has in the first few weeks with Keenan Batzel, last year with Cole Pennywell. Monroe City, they stopped the run early. I think it's a team that Monroe City should be the favorite in, and should be able to offensively get going, but tough loss this week. And this is a team that has not lost in a long time. It's 18 straight wins unofficially. They're not used to this, and it's going to be what happens with this team getting back to the drawing board and getting back to basics and seeing how they come out next week. Stat-wise
for Monroe, Batzel ends up 13 carries, 96 yards. Blake ends up throwing for 34 yards passing. We've got Zach Osborne, 6. These are all unofficial. 8 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Blake Hayes, a touchdown on the ground, 2 yards rushing. Gage Bottoms, 36 yards rushing, 18 yards receiving, and then Nolan Pennywell, 16 yards receiving and 10 yards rushing. So, a lot more can be learned through a loss than a 40-point victory like last week. So, I know these coaches very well. They put you guys, have no idea how much time coaches put in
to this program. It is unbelievable the amount of time they put in. So I know that they're going to be spend all weekend getting this film broke down, breaking down West Hancock. West Hancock, again, first time in school history that we play them. They're going to come here, all the pageantry of homecoming. Homecoming is great from a coach's perspective. It's not always that great because there's a lot of distractions.
A lot going on. The players are distracted.
Yeah.
Things going on during school. You have the parade. You don't get on that normal Friday schedule. You know, sometimes you see homecoming, you come out a little sluggish. Can't do that against West Hancock. We need to get out in front of them. And if you get out in front, you're good chance you're going to come away with the victory.
Yeah, and it looks like they're probably going to win against Q&D. It's a close game. It could flip-flop there at the end.
So what do you think? You know, James player of the game before we get away.
I think your James player of the game has to come from the defensive side of the football.
You know who the guy I had in mind, Max Hayes, defensive end. You know, had been moved around. He made some plays. Danny Dennison also a possibility. Nolan Pennywell a possibility.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Nolan Pennywell probably should get. You know, we'll call it a joint one between Max Hayes, Nolan Pennywell. Nolan Pennywell 2 sacks. He had a big game from linebacker. Hope the young man's okay. Came out of the game late with a leg injury. So we're going to call the James player of the games for this week, co-players of the game, Max Hayes and Nolan Pennywell from the defensive side.
Yeah, I think those are fair assessments. They both had solid games. They were in on a lot of plays. You know, Nolan with a great couple sacks there. Again, we hope he's okay. You know, this team is going to be resilient, and the reason they are is because our coaching staff are excellent leaders, and also we have great senior leadership. So I look for them to come back very strong and come back and take care of business on homecoming night. Congratulations to the Macon Tigers on a really good victory. So we're down to about 15 people here, so I think we're going to wrap it up.
Tune in next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Tune in next week. Facebook Live, I guess we'll have to think about whether or not we do Facebook Live again next week. You know, after the loss today on the first week. We're probably going to try to do that. Jeremy Moss will be on the color with me. Hopefully we'll be on the radio next week. Be at home, homecoming, 6 o'clock, probably Facebook Live, 6:40 is what we'll hope for game time. West Hancock, Ryan, again, out on assignment. He's going to be gone next week. Then, you know, after that, we got South Shelby on the road in 2 weeks.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
Kyle making a late appearance to the game. Probably the last quarterback that actually played defense. I think maybe Sean Maloney too.
He's a free safety. I guarantee he's the hardest hitting quarterback probably that's ever played defense.
He hit a lot harder than I did.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for joining us again. We'll be on next week. 26-12, the final in Macon. Michael and Ryan signing off again. We'll see you next week. Thanks.
See you. Thanks.